All the second stage tanks now pressurized. 35 seconds and counting. We are still go 30 seconds and counting. Astronauts report it feels good. T-minus 25 seconds. 20 seconds and counting. T-minus 15 seconds. Guidance is internal. 12, 11, 10, 9. Ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Are you scared?
That was so good. Ladies and gentlemen, let me say he, she's, gays, and theys. That was all DC. So give it up for DC because that was amazing. Oh, why can't I hear you? I can't hear you, DC.
Am I unmuted now?
Yeah, now you are. I was like, wait, what's wrong?
Rip the technical difficulties right from the beginning. I just kind of want this company that we are about to see their launch video happen, and it's awful. So I just want them to, like,
yeah,
crash and burn. So
I'm so excited to be here with everybody. Are y'all excited? There's nothing more that I love than talking about, well, I mean, there's lots of things that I love, but one of the things that I enjoy is talking about a terrible MLM launch, especially Justin Prince's new MLM filled with health claims. We love that. That's sarcasm, by the way, in case you're new to my channel. It's going to be a wild ride. And yeah, DC, what else do we want to talk about here?
If you're sensitive to health claims and getting caught up with like miracle fixes, this may not be the stream for you, but we're gonna debunk it as we go. Just get ready for a wild ride and an awful PowerPoint presentation, and those technical difficulties are going to keep us warm at night because they happen a lot in this Zoom call. So I'm ready for it. I'm here for it.
I am too. I suppose we should give our intros.
Yes, you go first.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay. My name is erinbies. I'm a wife, a mom, a military veteran, certified personal trainer, and I spent 13 and a half years in multi-level marketing, healed my way out, and now I'm using all of my social media platforms to educate and raise awareness around the dangers of multi-level marketing companies and the tactics used by their reps.
Hello. Oh, I'm taking the microphone. Hello, I'm DC. I'm an MLM dropout. I've been battling MLMs and technical difficulties since 2022. Erin was one of the MLM creators who helped me leave Young Living. I was in Young Living and Mary Kay Cosmetics, RIP. And now I'm getting in trouble on the internet, and Zoom infiltrations are literally one of my favorite things to do. And so the Zoom just ended, but we have the chat to go through. We have other Zooms from this company that is launching today. So it's going to be a good time.
It's going to be a very good time. And also shout out to the Discord, to the members, because between conversations DC and I were having and conversations DC was having in the Discord, that was what encouraged her and talked her through everything with leaving the MLM. So I wanted to give you guys credit for that too, because
absolutely.
I hate saying the word community because that can be so triggering for people that have had their experiences in multi-level marketing, but it truly is. And I'm really grateful. Speaking of community, I hope you don't mind if I mention this. If you live in the United States, make sure that you check your voter registration and or register to vote at vote.org. It is really important and your voice matters. So make sure that you check that, and highly suggest that you check it weekly. We all see what's going on. We see what's up. And so double check, just add it kind of to your to-do list weekly, check your registration, make sure everything is good to go, and go and vote in November. It's important.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm just grabbing the stream real quickly. Sorry, let me refresh it and go pause.
I don't even know where we should start with this. I feel like maybe we should go back a little bit.
Agree.
Do you think? Okay.
Yeah, like a lore, like the backstory, like the origin story. I feel like is gonna make it hit home for so many people. So, yes.
Let me grab the manila envelope.
Let's go.
That was sent to my P.O. box. Shout out to that individual that sent me the lawsuit paperwork between Justin Prince and Modere and kindly highlighted certain things. Now, why? I do too. Shout out to that person, whoever you are. Why am I bringing this up? Because I think what we're going to see is Justin Prince kind of standing on good morals. Justin Prince and his reputation within MLM. And I think that it's important that we go back through some of these things where he blatantly admits in the lawsuit after he was terminated from Modere, after telling people for years that they're their own business owner. How does that work? That there were special things going on and there were problems with the products and they were aware of it. And here's my take on it, just to be super clear. This wouldn't have all come out in a lawsuit if he, in my opinion, if he were such a good guy. These things would have happened and he would have said, hold on, this isn't right. No. He didn't do that. He waited for the lawsuit after being terminated. I'm not even going to say wrongfully terminated. And yeah. So
let's go. We love a legal screenshot. You know what I mean? Like I know like lawsuits are allegations and shade, but we also love to see what our buddies end up saying in writing that ends up maybe giving them an embarrassing moment like we're seeing now, because it really contradicts who he paints himself to be in real life.
I agree. Okay, so this is the first highlighted section. Modere's approval of social marketers receiving benefits from multiple accounts. This is basically ghost accounts. And for well over a decade, Modere's corporate executive team and many of its staff have known that many of its top social marketers established downline accounts maintained in the names of real people who managed the account for these social marketers. Modere maintained a do not recognize or DNR list of such managed accounts because Modere does not recognize the holders of these managed accounts for incentive trips or other benefits. These managed accounts are known for Modere to have been established by other social marketers. And then there's screenshots of it.
Love that.
Okay, here we have, this is, let's see. On information and belief, other social marketers who have established or maintained such managed accounts include Tim Housden, John and Nadia Melton, Brian McMullen, Anthony and Sarah Zolecki. Shout out to the Zoleckis. How y'all doing? I heard that y'all are rioting in your team chats and not talking to people nicely, probably because this is going to be the nail in the coffin for Modere, unfortunately, right? For you guys, for your paychecks. Sorry, not sorry.
Ooh.
Anyways, Wayne and Bethany Johnson and Rick and Michelle Teague, just to name a few. Yeah, so I love that. On such example is Modere's CEO, former CEO. I have my Truly fruit punch ready. I love that. Who benefits directly or indirectly from such a social marketer account identified as M11. So the former CEO of Modere, who no longer works for Modere, now she's with Amare, had a distributor account, allegedly, according to this lawsuit paperwork. Tell me how that's ethical. Brian Underwood, talking to you. I could talk about Brian Underwood for days. I'm not here for that today. Let's see. On information and belief, there are thousands of social marketers with Modere who have created and received benefits from fake or fictitious customer accounts that encourage bonus buying, among other things, which Modere has asserted is against company protocols, policies, procedures, or agreements. Modere's corporate executive team and many of its staff also have known that Modere social marketers routinely offer financial incentives, i.e., cash rebates, downline bonuses, discounts on products, cash back for enrolling as a social marketer, cash incentives for team building, rank advancing, enrolling customers or social marketers to their downline social marketers, which Modere has asserted is against company protocols, policies, procedures, or agreements.
Rip.
So they've all known it was going on, including Sarah and Tony Zalecki. Shout out to them. Sarah, I know you're going to see this. I know you're going to see it. My favorite was when she reached out after I covered a Modere team video or something. And she was like, I've always been good to you. Sarah, you don't know me. Disrespectfully sit down. Thank you. Modere made secret arrangements with select social marketers to manipulate their financial results that fraudulently misrepresented the income potential of becoming a social marketer to the public. Sarah, that you? Tony? Okay. Or progressing to a higher level to existing social marketers. This practice harms the public and reduces commissions for those social marketers, including Justin, who rightfully earned them. Okay. Modere has made special secret deals or arrangements with certain social marketers that have allowed them to earn compensation outside of the publicly disclosed Modere compensation plan. These special arrangements are against company protocols, policies, procedures, or agreements and are hidden from other social marketers and the public, fraudulently misrepresenting the income potential of becoming a social marketer to the public or progressing to a higher level to existing social marketers. On information and belief, recipients of such special deals or arrangements include John and Nadia Melton, Anthony and Sarah Zalecki, Wayne and Bethany Johnson, and Rick and Michelle Teague. It's funny because it's kind of the same people over and over again. The same ones that are like, listen, we're doing so well. Everything's great. We're growing. We're happy. We're excited for the next evolution of Modere. What do you mean? When y'all go bankrupt? Come on. This red lip has me spicy today, and I am not sorry.
I love it.
Thank you. All right, let's see. Now we're getting into the financial decline. Allegedly, well, what Modere accused Justin Prince of is being on a Zoom and planning the next thing with Justin Sarah. You mark my words. When Justin Sarah is able to speak publicly, he will be a part of Justin Prince's new company. You heard it here. Thank you. Also, hello, everybody. I haven't been watching the comments. Sorry. Let's see. This is one of my favorites. It's a screenshot from John Melton. And it says, volume this month has me concerned. This is from July 29th. And I would assume this is from last year. Yeah, because the lawsuit was filed. Yeah. Okay. So John Melton on Saturday, July 29th at 1:38 p.m. said, volume this month has me concerned. Lots are having the same combos. Are you down 15 to 20% too?
Yikes.
And let's see. I think that is well. Let me not say that. Let me go through this a little bit more. The MLM intrigue. Let's see. I have done a whole video on just this lawsuit. So if, depending on where you're watching, if it's something that you want to check out, you can go through my channel and check it out. He really said it out loud. Oh. Also, it's allegedly somewhere in here, I believe, they knew that there was problems with, you guys remember when they came out with their OVA product that was supposed to help with managing like period symptoms, and we saw some of the reps talking about, oh, it helps with PCOS and this and that. Allegedly, it was known by a group of people in Modere that there were real issues with that product. Did they take it off the market? No.
Of course not. Of course they didn't.
Yeah. And when I say, well, no, let me not be too specific. Just there were problems. People were having really big problems with their health, allegedly. Yeah, I think that's probably good, because I did cover this on a whole different video, so I don't want to take too much time, but I feel like it's very, very important that we talk about this, because I feel like what we're going to see from Justin Prince is his integrity and his, good reputation in the industry. And just like I said before, somebody that is having these side deals, somebody that's participating in some of the things that he was, in my opinion, is not somebody that has great integrity, not somebody that is being super honest and transparent like they try to say that they are. Because it took for him to be terminated before all of this came up.
Yeah. It's interesting too, because John and Nadia have a kind of like a coaching side business that's kind of has a parasitic relationship with multi-level marketing. They, in my opinion, have this company that they also end up grabbing people to feed them into Modere, but they paint it like Modere is doing so well all the time.
It's not.
And it's not, in my opinion. So how
Let's also
unfortunate.
not forget that John and Nadia Melton, allegedly, of course, bring people in under bridge contracts. Actually, I don't even need to say that allegedly, because I have the email from John Melton that had Jesse Lee's bridge contract from Modere.
Oh.
I don't know if it was official. I don't know if like that was signed or whatever, but I've seen what I needed to see, So
Yeah. Holy moly.
Modere just reformulated Ova M, which is the one for women that have, or people that have a menstrual cycle, have gone through menopause, I believe.
There's also a couple member highlights for you, Rebecca and Coconuts, I think. And I said that we would highlight them after the lawsuit reading. So
thank you so much. I appreciate that. Rebecca B and Coconuts, both members for 14 months. Thank you guys so much. Time sure does fly, doesn't it? Guess what? Today is my 5-year sober anniversary. Oh, Coconuts. Congratulations.
Let's go.
I'm having a Diet Dr. Pepper for you. This one's for you.
Sweet tea for you too, Coconut.
I also have my water. Ooh, I love that.
That's amazing. That's amazing, Coconuts.
All right. So I feel like we should start with the Zoom, or is there anything we should talk about prior to?
Jen, the lady who's going to be speaking on this, she formulates products. She has another company. I don't know if it's going to have any ties to Justin Prince's new company. The border that you're going to see around the Zoom is their fault. It's I don't even know what to say. There's a little like notification that she forgot to clear out as well. I don't know. It just, they were in StreamYard and apparently it was their first time. So we'll just see what happens.
You know what I find interesting?
Hmm.
The former CEO of Modere brought in Jusuru, that brought in the liquid biocell technology. Did you know that?
I did not know that.
Her brother owns a company that sells a biocell product with identical ingredients to Modere's liquid biocell on Amazon for like $19 in a capsule form. Seriously. And so there was this merge, I believe. I don't know if merge is the correct term. That's what I'm going to call it. Somewhere around 2016-ish, where Jusuru was brought into Modere. I went to their white party. That was an experience, let me tell you. Yeah. And the thing that I find interesting is that Justin is bringing in somebody that already has a company established as the formulator for the products in his company. So it's interesting how, you know?
Yeah, all the connections don't seem to be so coincidental. So it's pretty strange. I mean, it makes me have questions. I mean, I guess that's that's the compliant way to say that, but I'm curious. I've got questions.
Same.
Oh,
all right, I'm ready for this hot mess of a launch Zoom.
Okay. I'm gonna share my screen. I'm scared. So I have it in a Chrome tab, and I'm going. What am I gonna do? Well, I'm gonna move us over here, and I'm gonna I'm gonna make this big.
We have questions.
And it's gonna share tab audio. So if we have an echo live chat, do not let me down, please. I will fix it if we add to stage.
Will I need to mute myself?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I hope not.
Okay.
We'll see.
Let us know, guys, what we need to, if we need to adjust anything.
Yes. Okay.
Okay. Can you guys hear and see me now?
Hear? Okay.
I can hear it. Yeah.
Live chat. Do we have an echo? I'm so scared. Oh, Ashley, member for 5 months. That's amazing.
And thank you.
I have not streamed in StreamYard in a hot minute, so hopefully sounds good. No echo. Let's go.
And I also took a nap today, so I was ready for this.
Let's go. I love it. I love it. I love it. All right, here we go.
Let me know when you can see me so that way I can start and I'm not talking this whole time and you go, okay. Woo! I think we got it. Thank goodness for Mandy. Okay. All right, so we're going to get started now. Let me go ahead and get into present mode.
Well, I mean, at least she's hitting present mode.
Woo-hoo.
Yep.
Beautiful. No.
Oh God. Come on, Jen. Come on, Jen.
Okay, I'm sorry. This is a new thing to me as well.
You can do it, Jen.
So sorry.
One of the comments when they were waiting, they're like, "Oh, we broke the internet because there's probably 10,000 people that showed up and they only had room for 1,000." No, only like 950 people showed up for the Zoom, and it was not because they were overwhelmed for like spots. It was literally only technical difficulties. So we're not going to get too excited. Ugh.
I don't think it's going as well as she thought it would.
Yep.
We will get started here.
You know, I wish they would, Christy.
Same.
Okay.
Come on, Jen.
Makes me smile. Member for 6 months.
Right,
thank you so much. Why did Justin do this to her?
I don't know.
Justin,
Like, why
this
did
is
we
terrible
press him?
leadership.
Okay. Everybody, let me know if you can. Can you hear me now?
We
Oh, I
can
have
hear
to-
you the whole time.
the whole time.
Yes, I
That reminds me of that Mrs. Doubtfire clip. The whole time. The whole time. You remember that?
Oh my god.
I know what
But
we
you
need
can
for
hear me.
this.
Okay. All right. Let's get this going.
Oh my god.
Share screen.
You notice the familiarity of how Jen's name appears on the screen? It's because they're in StreamYard.
Absolutely, they are.
Oh.
Let's play a little background music for Jen.
Okay. I cannot hear or see you guys. So I'm really hoping that you can
Me too.
see my slide. In fact, let me come out of this real quick and make sure that you guys, so I'm gonna just check the chat because I can't see anything while I'm in present mode.
Nobody can read
And
this,
make
Jen.
sure you guys can see and hear me, and then we'll come back.
You notice, like, I don't know if anybody understands. In StreamYard, we can see us. We can see what we're presenting. We can see the chat all in one window. So
Also, Kay, member for 5 months. Probably going to head out in the next 10 minutes, but you both look amazing, and I'll catch the replay. Appreciate
Aw.
you so much. That's so kind of you. And also, Lizzie, that's so nice. Thanks for the super chat. So excited for a live while I prep to sell at a craft fair this weekend. Awesome to see you both. That's amazing. I hope it goes well.
and I hope no MLM show up to your craft fair. I hope that it's just real small businesses.
Trip them if they do. And for legal purposes, that's a joke.
Oh god. Oh, Jessica, 14 months. Holy moly. I think that's on my channel. Around here, the help pays too. Feels very just kidding. Thank you, Jessica.
It's amazing.
Oh my god. If y'all didn't know the name of Justin Prince's company, we can barely see it here, but it's Make Wellness. And it's awful. It is an awful name for a business, in my opinion.
Get some help.
They must have been trying to save some money because they foregoed. I don't know. That's wrong. They did not hire a branding and marketing company to help them out.
Yeah.
Here we are. It's awful. I'm sure Avery is rolling over at her.
Here she is.
Oh god. Thank you, Baron von Munchmausen. That's super kind of you.
That's awesome.
I don't know who got it, but if you got it, let us know in the chat.
Can you play sound effects?
Let me see if I can.
Let's try it.
Horatio Gold,
Can you hear that?
Yeah.
headmaster. So very
Gotta play
pleased.
sound effects.
So very, very pleased.
Hello, sir. Heard you wanted to see
Okay,
me.
that's
I'd like to say welcome.
we'll do halfway because we're going to have to get through a lot of content.
We are going to have some fun tonight.
we are. Another basic Canvas slideshow. It's going to be rough tonight, friends.
It is.
Oh,
yeah.
geez.
Denise, member
Back
for
and we'll
4
just-
months. Thank you so
we'll
much.
work
Oh, thank you. Oh, that's awesome.
Get through this, I promise. Let's see. Okay, perfect. All right, I was told you can see the slides. Awesome. Let's go. Thank you all for your patience. I am so very sorry that we had some technical issues, but I think we've solved it. We know what the problem is now, so moving forward, we won't have to worry about that. Okay. Thank you all again joining us, your patience, you're much appreciated. So what we're going to do tonight, for those of you who haven't gone through this with me yet, I've added a couple new ones for those of you who have. We're going to do some product overview. We're going to talk a little bit about what we're doing in this first launch of products. We have 6 of them we're launching with, and what you're going to see with them, what you should be feeling from them, kind of where my head was when I was formulating these. So I'm going to put you guys in my brain tonight, and hopefully you kind of get an understanding of where we're going with this. So first, we're launching with Body, Brain, and what we call Beyond.
Oh
And-
my God.
What is happening? I'm sure if you're in Erin's chat, you're gonna see Avery losing her shit over these slides because it's really bad. And I say this is bad. They're launching a company today. I didn't mean to yell. I'm sorry. They're launching a company today. And this is the pitch deck that we get. This is not a joke. It's not a drill. It's just an awful presentation about a prescription, whatever. No, it's something peptide company.
I want to read
forgot.
this.
It's something. It's bad.
I want to read these because I bet she's not going to read them.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I think we should read it. Let me see if I can zoom in.
Okay. I mean, I can see it just fine.
Okay.
The
I'm
top
glad
one.
your eyes work. Mine.
Oh.
Nope. This is not working. There you go. You should read it.
Okay. The top one says, the processes involved in peptides have remained a secret for 30 years, but it has become known how peptides can regulate cell life at the basic level. The power of bioactive precision peptides derived from nature through AI discovery have a unique ability to restore aging synthesis of proteins in the body, which increases adaptation ability and enhance recovery potential of cells, organs, and tissues. Okay. It's been kept a secret. The government doesn't want you to know it. Stop it. Ridiculous.
Oh my God.
The bottom one says, our intelligent bioactive peptides signal precise natural pathways in our bodies and support optimal cellular performance. The elixir of youth with the ability to enhance health and beauty. All our bioactive precision peptides are derived from natural sources such as plants and foods. Hot take, just eat the plants and food. Yep. I don't know.
That's
Wild.
not as fun though, Erin. Like that's
Right.
not creative. You don't have to overpay for,
True.
vegetables. Like, come on. Just...
True. So true. Extracted from a parent protein, pure, potent, all caps, period, powerful, period, ensuring that they are safe and free from harmful additives. Is it though? Is it a proprietary blend, Justin? Justin, is it a proprietary blend? Come on. Going beyond the nutrient benefits. You know what's missing from this slide, DC?
I don't know, maybe sources from
There it is.
our PhD, our lady who knows how to write a dissertation and didn't cite a damn thing on any of her slides.
Right there. That's it. Yeah. Let's see. We got a couple things to highlight here. Monica, thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate you. Preparing for a road trip to go to Florida for 2 weeks. I hope you have a great time. Can't wait. Hanging out here while prepping is awesome. Thanks. Also enjoying my Truly. Enjoy that. Anna says, yikes. And has also been a member on your channel for 11 months.
Oh, thank you. Also, we agree with the yikes because holy moly, dear God. Thank you, Jen. That's so
And
nice.
Genevieve also gifted some memberships on your channel.
Holy moly, just insert the welcome to
Bestie.
Illyria. Julie Joe.
Bestie,
Thank
hello.
you.
Are you working? Let me know. Text me if you're working or if you're
Aw.
not. Oh, wait.
And
I
Julie
think
Joe's actually helping out, humanity, working in the medical field, not whatever this shit is over here. So
that's on your channel too. So
Thank you,
that's
Julie
so
Joe.
nice. Thank you. I had to do the red lip. I was feeling spicy. I took a nap.
Do you did you watch a rugby at the Olympics and did you see Alana? She always wears like a super red lip when she plays.
But I love her.
She's amazing.
Did you see her run right? I saw the highlight of her running right through, like throat.
Yes.
That was so good.
Yeah, she's amazing. She's amazing.
We have one more.
Oh,
Kelsey has been a member for 11 months. I believe this is your channel.
Thank you so much. You're so close to getting a golden kazoo. Holy moly.
What color kazoo do I have? I don't even know.
I don't even
know. On your
know.
channel.
I think
that's okay.
You may have a golden one. I'm not sure.
Really?
Also, Raven just got her golden kazoo, so Let's go, Raven.
Oh, Raven. I love that.
Oh my god. Oh,
She really
jeez.
is everything. She really is.
Yeah, she's amazing.
All right, let's get back to it, shall we?
And on the opposite end of the spectrum, we've got this PowerPoint presentation, which is not amazing.
Then we have this, whatever this is.
And we'll always be going beyond, of course, in this. So for those of you who are getting a repeat of this, my apologies. However, repetition is key in education, right? That's how it works. So what we're doing is we're utilizing peptides, right? They're called
Repetition is the key in education. I mean, maybe, yeah, but like you could repeat stuff and not just give us the same slide, like the same presentation over and over again, especially since today is the day that your company launches. So wouldn't you want to do something extra incredible and like, I don't know, memorable so that when you launched, people would be excited about it? Nope. Just the same one. Just the same one. Ugh.
I
Bummer.
don't enjoy it.
They are bioactive precision peptides. And peptides have kind of been a secret in this space of nutraceuticals for about 30 plus years now. We understand that insulin is a peptide.
I'm sorry. I'm going to talk about the Olympics again. There were athletes at the Olympics. Suni Lee had a kidney disease, was trying to get treated for it, just started training back this January, and then just won gold in the all around and bronze in the individual. There's another guy on the men's team who broke his femur in multiple places from a fall and then made the team. So like our medical knowledge is as so far like in the whatever 2024 2023 than it's ever been. I'm not saying it's perfect. I'm just saying like science is so sophisticated at this point. It is wild to listen to multi-level marketers say like, oh, we're keeping stuff secret. Like, no, like we're able to get athletes healthy. Is our healthcare in a great place? No, but I'm just saying like the potential is there to actually help people. And then she's going, oh, peptides are a secret. Like, what are you talking about, ma'am?
I feel like this is the beginning of the overhyping on their products. I feel like, just like you said about, you know, oh, we have the secret. An MLM has the secret.
No.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Oh.
And just come out. We know that there are semaglutides and other different types of peptides that have come out. But when it comes to understanding peptides from nature perspective, it's been kind of challenging, right? And it's like trying to go out in nature and grabbing, you know, very specific plants and looking under a microscope and trying to find peptides. It would literally take millions of years to discover these things.
Millions.
So with the use of AI and machine learning, been able to locate these clusters of peptides, identify their purpose, make sure that they're intentional in what we want to do, whether it's mechanism, biochemical pathway, genetic variant.
I'm sorry, the lady who's trying to teach us about peptides can't click off the little notification on her screen or figure out how to use StreamYard. I again, I know technology can be a little bit of a hurdle. I'm just saying, am I going to learn about peptides from her? I don't think so. And I'm not going to buy them from an MLM company. No, thanks. I think I'll
absolutely not.
Yikes.
Pull these peptides out, extract them using enzymatic hydrolysis, which is an enzyme use. It actually takes enzymes to pull them out and break it down from a big parent protein, right? So that's what this is. Parent proteins that we're extracting particular peptides or strings of amino acids from these parent proteins. So what we're doing with these is having the ability to increase, right? Ability, enhance recovery potential, adaptation.
Wait. So this formulator just said if you had to look for peptides on a microscope or under a microscope, it would take millions and millions of years. And Kay Marie, who works with science, I'll just say science, let's just say it that way, works in science, says you cannot see peptides with a microscope.
Rip. Do we need to call this is a joke, but like, do we need to call the university that gave her PhD? Because like, I think we've got questions.
Seriously.
That's a joke. Do not call anybody, okay? Like, don't do it. We don't touch the poop. I've just got questions now. After we're listening. Yes. Miss PhD, tell us about this stuff, because apparently she's wrong. Oh my
That's wild.
God.
Wait, I have the perfect sound effect for that. Where is it?
Yes, science.
Yes, science.
I also have a soundbite.
Perfect. Nailed it. You're hired.
What's her PhD in? I don't remember. But
I'll
she's
look it up
got
while
one.
we.
Perfect. Let me not mess this up, and I will
What
put
was
this
her
back
name
on this.
again?
Jen
Jen?
Milks. MILKS.
Okay, I'll look it up.
Bioavailability in the body by using AI to make sure that we're following these mechanisms and pathways correctly. So we are here to bring bioactive precision peptides to the market to help signal specific mechanisms in cells in the body, right? They're cell signaling. They kind of just go in the body, they bind to receptors, they tell the cells what to do, they up and down regulate good genes and bad genes, and they work. They're potent, they're powerful, they're safe, they're effective. Honestly, this is something that I've never seen in the nutraceutical space, and it is extremely exciting to be formulating with these molecules. So I just wanted to.
Is it extremely exciting to be formulating with those, or is it like lucrative because you're in an MLM and you're creating a pyramid of sorts with the people that you're recruiting into, or that you're, Justin Prince is recruiting into the company? Like, I'm confused.
He's about to pillage the village. I know a lot of people really hate that phrase, but that was what we used to call it in MLM.
Ooh.
Very offensive, but that's what's happening. This is going to be the end of Modere because of Justin's good name. It's disgusting. Anyways, Jen Milks apparently has a PhD in health sciences, specializing in nutrigenomics and DNA analysis and interpretation.
So wouldn't she know, like, that we can't see the peptides under the microscope? Wouldn't that be... God, if you sit on the board for like approving people's PhDs, maybe like throw in a couple of questions that you assume that they know, but they're like more of the building blocks of knowledge because something got missed here. So,
yeah.
What is happening?
Agreed. Oh, now we're giving all the basic definitions that we learned in biology 101. Got it.
Yeah, and just as an FYI, putting this much text on a slide normally is a no-no. And you shouldn't use bullet points because you're not, I mean, you could, but she didn't keep any of the like second or third line of text together with like the definitions. So it's just awful. Yeah. Avery's raging with me. Like, what is this slide?
I don't enjoy the slide.
Batman. Good God. Our science besties in the chat are having their minds broken right now. Yes. Yes. Oh, God.
Put a slide up here. You all are welcome to take a picture of some definitions that are kind of important in this sense when it comes to what we're doing and why. Obviously,
Madison.
We're looking at aging from a perspective of smooth muscle decrease or protein synthesis decrease in the body. That leads to all the basic life functions and cellular functions. So when this starts to decrease, it becomes a problem. We start to age more aggressively. So we want to enhance protein synthesis, right? Which is the blending of peptides and proteins, right? So that's always happening in the body. The body's constantly blending peptides and proteins. I don't know if you guys can see me or not. I'm very animated with my hands. Hopefully,
I can't see you.
Okay.
Hey, Jen,
These
we can't see.
peptides, protein synthesis, all these big.
Justin, howdy, hey. What's up, my guy? I'm sure you're going to see this on Erin's channel because I know like y'all end up seeing all of her stuff. Can I just recommend, I mean, maybe not because like it's great for anti-MLM, but could y'all like do like a trial run, like a practice run with StreamYard or Zoom or something, or like hire somebody to like be the producer, because this is not it. Nobody wants to listen to a voice and look at slides in the real world. Like, have their face on the screen or something, for the love of sanity. No one's going to retain any of this. They're just going to get excited because they think they're getting in on the ground floor opportunity of an alleged schmear. Okay?
Mhm.
So, what are
Yeah.
we learning?
We're learning that Justin is launching this new MLM using the phrase ignorance on fire that they use in MLM. You don't have to know how to do it. You just do it. You'll figure it out as you go. It'll be good enough. That's what this is.
Yeah, while Justin
Embarrassing.
Prince gets his pockets lined, in my opinion, and people allegedly end up losing a lot of money so that their uplines win, in my opinion.
Mhm.
So,
Do we
great.
have the comp plan? Yeah, we do.
What's up?
Meanings that or definitions that mean something in the grand scheme of things of what we're doing. So hopefully you guys got a picture of that.
Oh, we can't see any of this.
What we're doing is creating next gen.
What
The
is
best
this?
part is we took a video, like a screen record of the chat. The amount of people that said holy small text, like they couldn't read it, and someone in the chat was like, oh, take a screenshot and make it bigger. This is a very low res image. I was trying to record in 1080, but you still cannot see it, so people wouldn't have been able to screenshot to like see what it said, which is why you don't go below 24 points size for your font in a slide. But I digress. Jeez.
Can't read any of it.
Generation
Don't love it.
Nutraceuticals. This is the way I look at this. From a formulator perspective, this has been
Let's
an
see if I can
incredible
get it
journey,
higher.
right? So
Nope.
it's like I've been telling everybody, it's like
Blur
trying
yourself.
to reinvent curcumin in different ways. Like, how can we use this molecule or coenzyme or vitamin or mineral in a different way and make it sexy and make it novel? It just got stagnant
Make it
and kind of
sexy?
boring in the formulating world. I still love it, of course, and I really love it now. But it just got to the point where I was like, okay, how do I create this potent, powerful, efficacious, safe product that does exactly what I want it to do, that has less ingredients? We don't have to throw the kitchen sink in here. We can use activated cofactors, coenzymes, vitamins, minerals. We could focus on biochemical pathways and biological reactions and mechanism. We have endless.
Isn't that what you normally do when you create products? The green boxes are definitely not all the same color.
I thought it was
Correct.
just me seeing that.
No, you're correct. Don't like when you formulate. Now, science besties in the chat, let me know. Or replay crew, if you know, like leave a comment. When you're formulating a supplement, she said that you're looking for your like bio something reactions. Like, wouldn't that be what you're looking for in any supplement that you're taking? Like that you're wanting it to do something specific in the structure functions of your body, and you put ingredients in to try to get your body to do something or to help your body do something. Like, isn't that the standard of like any type of supplement or any prescription that you're going to be working on?
That's a good question. And my question is, because I'm seeing this in the science realm, is nutraceuticals looked at as like pseudoscience? Is this like a respected form of science? Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah. I don't know. Science, our science nerds in the chat, we're tapping you in. Send help.
We're phoning a friend.
Yes.
I'm just curious.
Yeah. Because I know, like, we, in the process of, like, reacting to a lot of Beachbody stuff, our registered dietitians have, like, come in and said, like, oh, this is a hot word. It doesn't really mean anything. And this is, like, yeah, this is referencing, like, actual substantiated science, stuff like that. But, like, I don't know about nutraceuticals.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Oh, do we need a definition for nutraceuticals? Because, like,
that's a good idea.
That's nutra. Nutraceuticals is a broad umbrella term that is used to describe any product derived from food sources with extra health benefits in addition to the basic nutritional value found in foods. So it's okay.
Madison says there's a division of medical chemistry that is natural product chemistry.
Okay.
Would that be the same as nutraceuticals, or is that different? Am I just not comprehending that?
It is a drug
Which could
class.
be?
Yes, it is a drug class, are considered and registered as a subset of foods by the Food and Drug Administration.
Okay.
Um,
Okay, Marie says it depends. There can be some legit science around the bits in plants that may affect health. That being said, most of the supplement stuff is BS.
mm.
Okay, thanks
Thank
for
you,
Googling,
Marie.
Charlene.
Yeah, and again, it's like we're gonna be able to have better conversations with people who are in multi-level marketing if we're coming from a place of like similar definitions. If we understand what the industry defines something as, and be able to have conversations. Is everyone in MLM going to be reasonable? No. Is everybody in anti-MLM going to be reasonable? Sometimes no. I get heated sometimes. I get that, but like in general, we're going to be able to have better conversations if we're talking from the same,
Yeah.
spot. But back to a bad slide.
Back to the different colored squares.
Oh God.
The color dropper didn't work.
Rigorous, validation of studies and science, no unhealthy. And how do we do all these things, right? Well, welcome to Make Wellness. We're actually able to do that now with these bioactive precision peptides and the use of very particular activated coenzymes, vitamins, and minerals.
Thanks, Charlene.
Something I want to talk about is the cleanliness, safetyness, efficacy of our products. All of our products are third-party tested. I
know, I'm like, it doesn't really matter if the slides are awful. They put a stock photo of a hand with a bottle with no label on it. They didn't even put the Make Wellness label on it. They forgot. They're just like, here, we're going to insert this right here, and we're not going to make it specific to our company. If that doesn't tell you something about Justin Prince, I don't know what this is. I don't know what is going to tell you something more other than lack of attention to detail. Oh God. Oh my God. It's
Wild
bad.
times.
Yep.
do not like to formulate with anything that the body doesn't understand what to do with. So there's going to be no artificial flavors, no artificial colors, no dyes. Even our active ingredients are healthy. Our ingredients, I've been very specific about choosing to make sure that you guys get the best experience and outcome with these particular products. So no dyes, no sugars, of course, they're all sugar-free, no sucralose or any of that stuff that's in all these other products nowadays. And of course, we're doing our best to avoid most allergens, in fact, almost all allergens. The only one we'll see is coconut, possibly. And then we will see protein sometimes sourced from milk, right? So, but they don't contain lactose. So even though there might be dairy, they're lactose.
So pure, it doesn't even have a label.
Now that is pure.
Oh my God. I has been a member for 12 months. Holy moly. And Lindsay said, but is it vegan free? I need to know if it's vegan free. That's what I want to know too, Lindsay.
Megan, thanks for being a member for 10 months. Appreciate you. Joining late, listening while at the gym. Love you both. Hope you're having a great workout, Megan. And we're sending you love right back. I hope you don't mind me speaking for both of us.
Heck
DC.
yeah.
Okay.
Does it contain dairy? Are they lactose free? I think she is going to say they're lactose free. I was like just trying to make sure I got the sound earlier, and I wasn't really like listening. I was getting distracted by the chat because the chat was a whole moment from earlier. So we'll have to like scroll through that quickly.
Free. So we just have to keep our minds open that sometimes we have to pull from these parent proteins, but we do our best, of course, to make sure these major allergens are avoided. And then we'll let you know, of course, if there's something. But no additives, which hold no nutritional value. What's the point? To me, that's expensive urine. We intend to create products that are familiar to the human body, very synergistic, clean, efficacious, and transparent. We'll be very transparent about our inactive ingredients as well.
You're going to talk about transparency when Justin Prince is the leader of your company? That's cute, in my opinion.
Absolutely not.
Don't spill your water out.
The amount of the danger to my electronics when I'm streaming with you, Erin.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh.
Thanks, Lindsay.
Yeah. Holy moly. Oh god.
which I think is important and a lot of companies don't do. So let's talk about these product categories. So we've got body, fit, and lean, brain, energized and focused, and then beyond, hydrated and calm this go around.
Oh my god.
Beyond's gonna actually allow us to extend our platform
I
into
want to read this. Can
cardiovascular,
we?
sexual health and
you
wellness,
mind?
Yep.
GI,
Okay.
I was just telling my sister that I was streaming, so
Hey
sorry about
sis, what's up?
that.
Okay, so this is Formula One Fit, body strength and longevity. Increases muscle protein synthesis, reduces muscle protein breakdown, reduces exercise-induced inflammation, supports energy homeostasis, activates proteins that are vital to cellular functioning, increases endogenous levels of NAD. Where have we heard that before?
Oh.
Elamir, where are you at? Interesting. Regulates cellular metabolism and energy production, supports over 100 enzymatic functions related to protein synthesis, supports methylation.
Doesn't water do all the same things? Also eating, like in general, wouldn't eating, drinking water do similar things or no?
I mean, I think that is not my area of expertise, so I think that would definitely be the science
Registered
experts
dietitians, buddies,
in
and yeah, I mean, and also if you're not in, and I know some people have the I know this is a real thing, the methylation or like not being able to methylate properly is a thing. That being said, it is a very much something that people in more of the crunchy community focus on in potentially ways that make them not go to traditional medical doctors. I know that from experience in Young Living and the other crunchier things that I got involved in for 3 years when I was in that stuff. So if you don't know what it is, it can lead you down a twisty pseudoscience-y path, even though it is something that people struggle with for real. So
I remember Shanna Hunter, Shanana Banana, as I lovingly refer to her as. It's a loving nickname, who was also on one of the Justin Prince Zooms. Whoopsies, you didn't know we saw that, did you? Yeah, we have the screenshots of that. Interesting. Anyways, I remember her talking about methylated vitamin B at some point in one of her, I research things and,
yeah.
Things, yeah.
And it's probably a little bit different, but the MTHFR gene is what people end up, like some people have it and it makes it difficult for them to methylate properly. I don't know I'm not a sciencey person, so like I just wanted y'all to know that it's more of like a speed bump potentially to keep an eye out for it. So
yeah.
Yes.
And Root Into Being, thank you for sharing this with us, says, I legit have diagnosed methylation issues. There's not a lot you can do to change that. So,
and there's a lot of companies that prey on it, that there's not a lot you can do to change it, but there's a lot of companies, there's a lot of metal detox healthy companies. People in Young Living will prey on people who have that as an actual diagnosis.
So this already sounds like it's kind of pseudoscience-y. Is that what I'm understanding?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, that checks out. Oh, I'm sure we'll be talking about them very soon. Whoopsies.
Whoops. Hey, Shelby. Hope you're doing well. Member for 14 months. Holy moly.
Well, I
accidentally clicked on it. Erin has given me clicking privileges, and now I
wanted you to have that. I feel like it's important because some things you catch and some things I catch, and it works out great. I feel like.
Yeah, I'm like in the you know, when you're 15 and you get your permit to drive and you still have to have an adult in the car? That is how I feel like as I'm learning this this dance. Like,
That's how I feel anytime I'm dealing with technology and I'm like, DC, what do I need to do? That's exactly how I feel. I'm like, oh my God, I have my permit. I have the necessary hours. Let's go. That's how I feel. And then you're like, Erin,
Yes.
hang on, let's pump the brakes. And I'm like, oh yeah. Let's stop at the stop
yeah.
sign.
And then
Okay.
sometimes you end up on the highway accidentally going on like
I'm merging all of a sudden.
oh my gosh.
That's us in a nutshell.
Cardiovascular, I mean, it's limitless, which is actually really cool. So here's FIT, body strength and longevity. When I say body strength, it's not just muscle, it's heart, right? Your heart is a giant muscle. So it's just the body in general. Your lungs are stronger, your heart's stronger, your muscles are stronger. You're just feeling better and able to do more and have more endurance, right? And also we're going to look at increasing protein synthesis, which remember I said before has a lot to do with aggressive aging, right? The constant blending of peptides and proteins. So we're enhancing and increasing protein muscle synthesis. We're reducing muscle protein breakdown, which is actually really important. So if you think about these,
are you allowed to make these claims about structure functions of the body, Miss Ma'am? And you know someone's going to say, wow, this product can do all this stuff. My loved one, me, somebody I know needs this stuff. And it's like, did that product actually do any of that? Are you allowed to make those claims?
And where are the studies on the product, this product that she's talking about, that show that it does anything she's listing here?
And most scientists who actually give a flippity flop about being ethical will cite their sources. And it is surprising and shocking and frustrating that we run into these scientists who are so sloppy with how they present information. They will not let us go and look at the sources for ourselves. Information control 101. Let's go.
Definitely.
Frickin' heck.
It's like Ozempics and semaglutides, they're actually reducing muscle protein, right? They're breaking down muscle proteins because they're attacking the muscle and they're attacking fat. Where we're able to come after it and just attack fat cells or adipose and build muscle because we're putting amino acids or these short chain amino acids and building blocks back into the body. So this is actually something that we're able to do that's really cool. Supports energy homeostasis or balance of energy.
That whole part right there is why Justin Prince is saying on some of his Zooms that this is, you can take this with GLP-1 medications, or you can just take this because you don't have to inject your body with anything and you won't lose muscle.
Oh
that's
God.
Allegedly, let me say it that way, what he is saying on some of these Zooms, which I think is so dangerous. Do not take medical advice, health advice from people in multi-level marketing. And I feel like they only bring people that have these, MD, PhD, not MD, but PhD, you know what I'm saying? They only bring these people in because of how it looks. Yeah. And I don't love it.
It seems like it's one of those logical fallacies. It's like appeal to authority or something where they're like, don't look too closely because we've got somebody smart telling you this information, so don't ask questions. Or, oh, this smart person is delivering something, you better not ask any questions because, like, why would you do that? And it's like, yes, mom picked me up. I'm scared. We're all scared.
This is wild.
In the body, activating proteins that are vital to cellular functioning, which is NAD and NAD+, increasing NAD levels endogenously in the body, regulating cellular metabolism, energy production, ATP, that's what that is right there, supporting all these enzymatic.
Every athlete on the planet would already take this like at a high level if it was actually science that would work, where you could build muscle, and if you needed to lose fat, like Olympians or whatever. And I think the cool thing too about like every single body type is represented at a high level in athletics too. And as somebody who's like not mobile anymore, it's just interesting to see like how there's all different types of bodies out there, and so like there's not just one, and these people in MLM prey on you and like what this idea of like the perfect body is. It is so twisty, and it's like if you can move and you're healthy and you are having open conversations, if you have access to the doctor, that's incredible. And if you're able to like make adjustments towards being healthier, what that looks like for you, that's cool. And MLMs are like, oh, you don't weigh 120 pounds? Here's a weight loss supplement. This is gonna make you feel better because you're fat. Oh, okay. I think I'll pass. I'll pass. Oh,
Yeah, absolutely agree with that.
I hate it here.
Functions are
But I
related
like
to
hanging with you.
photosynthesis.
I
and
do.
wanna-
I like hanging with you. It's just like, God, this is just. She is so twisty, in my opinion, especially like as someone who got the privilege to have so much education, to get a PhD, to do your dissertation, and then you're using your power for this. Like,
For an MLM company.
yeah, gross. In my
And
opinion.
I feel like the only reason that people who have an existing company like she does, the only reason that they partner, in my opinion, with an MLM company is because they're going to get free advertising and marketing from the distributors. And in my opinion, it is straight up greed.
Yeah.
She knows all of these people are going to buy her product. She's going to make her money. Justin is starting this new MLM. All these distributors are going to buy this product and he's going to make his money. What is your salary going to be, Justin?
Yeah.
If you want to be transparent, tell your people what your salary is going to be.
Yeah. And these people at the top, they end up allegedly, they end up opening their company, and they also become a master distributor. And it's like that.
As we saw
like
from the lawsuit.
a floof break. Oh my goodness.
Hi. We had a little nap together today.
What? I love that.
She naps on my chest.
Her little paws are so cute.
She's so tiny. She's just a little one. She's just a little one, aren't you? With a big attitude. It's okay. I get it. It's all good. Oh, sorry. I was leaning you over too much. My bad. She's just a little baby. She won't let me cat wear her. Remember the days if you're a parent? Oh, you're done. Got it. I used to baby wear my children who are now going to be a senior and a 6th grader. What? I know. I'm having feelings about it. By the way, we did a middle school orientation today.
Holy cow.
Yeah. I don't know what's happening.
That's wild.
Yeah. It really is.
We love the purrs.
Yeah, I try to get her close to the mic so you guys can hear it because she has a very loud purr.
I heard it. It was incredible. Live chat. Did you hear the
Okay.
purr? Because I heard it.
I love it.
I have a 6th grader too.
Isn't it crazy?
That's
And I
amazing.
felt so bad because Gavin was like, Mom, everybody's taller than me. And I'm like, buddy, all these people are different ages.
Yeah.
This isn't just 6th graders. You're looking around, you have 6th graders, you have 7th graders, 8th graders. Everybody's here getting their schedule, knowing where they're supposed to be and all that stuff. I'm like, don't worry about that. It's going to be cool. His first 2 classes, beginning guitar and band. He's going to be in percussion. Those are his first 2 classes. I was like, oh my God, that's so cool. And then PE after that. I was like, really?
That's gonna be a trip. That's gonna be a trip.
Yeah, it's gonna be wild.
Chris said, when I was a senior in college and completing my bachelor degree in biology, my senior seminar class was all about bioethics. Why isn't this a requirement for every scientist? Good question.
That is such a good question. Yeah, he's going to a special kind of school, but I don't want to say too much.
Yeah.
But
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Thanks.
Back to the non-cool MLM person taking advantage of people, in my opinion.
Not cool at all.
To come in and support it with a little methylation, right? Those activated B vitamins. So here's some of the efficacy claims and clinical trials that we're able to report as of right now. There are more coming.
Wait, pause this.
So, I mean, these
Yes.
are just huge numbers.
What are these clinical trials on? The product? Or the science that she was talking about that she hasn't said the studies or the trials were done on our products? Notice she doesn't use that kind of language. What clinical trials is she using?
And what sources are we citing? 144% increase in muscle strength recovery rate. I mean, I can throw out numbers all day long. I mean, I could put percentages against anything, but what are we referencing? We don't know.
Isn't she a scientist? Doesn't she know the importance of citing sources? I would think that she does. Justin, add that to your slides, would you? I mean, along with making, like, I would do a complete overhaul on these slides. I'm not even a professional when it comes to PowerPoint slides, but this, atrocious.
Yeah, agree.
Right?
Also,
I mean,
scientist.
goodness, 144% increase in strength, muscle strength and recovery rate, your recovery potential, how your body recovers from things. That's incredible.
If you're just joining us, sorry. This is a new multi-level marketing company that is opening today. It is Justin Prince's company called Make Wellness. Yes, that is the real name of the company. That's not us like pranking you at all. He has been doing opportunity calls all this week, a little bit of last week, but today was the first official day. This Zoom call happened about 30 minutes before we started streaming, and we streamed it to an unlisted thing, and now we're sharing it. So if you want to react to it, let me know. I'll just send you the link to it. But it is a peptide company. And they are claiming that their products are as good as like a semaglutide. So they're focusing, in my opinion, on weight loss, but they're going to say muscle retention and fat loss or whatever they're claiming. Without any sources cited in this PowerPoint presentation. And the lady who's speaking is Jen, and she is their formulator, and apparently she hasn't seen a source cited this year. That's me being
Jen, write that down.
sarcastic because we haven't seen one, which is wild. She has a PhD. Like, give me a break. Your professors would be so angry at this slide. Honestly, my sister-in-law, she's a professor of genetics, and she talks about citing sources and understanding how to read stuff, and like, and just not talking out of your ass with this stuff, with like what Jen's doing. It's just wild. Not a footnote.
I have a
in
question.
sight.
Yeah.
Yes.
Live chat. Now, if she has this educational level and has worked in science like she's claiming to, I'm speaking very generically here, and I'm sure understands the importance of citing your sources, do you think it was intentional that the sources were left off of these slides? That's my question for the live chat and for replay crew.
Replay
and
crew.
Also, DC, don't you think?
Yeah, replay crew. I know sometimes it's like not as fun because if you miss the live chat, you don't get to type as much, but literally let us know in the comments. Like, I know Erin is the best at responding to comments on her videos. I'm working on doing better at that myself, but don't feel like just because you're in the replay crew that you don't get to be a part of the conversation as well. So live chat's losing it.
I mean, I just feel like somebody that has the credentials that she has and understands how science works, and I'm sure understands how to read papers and you know, just flat out citing sources on claims that are being made, and understanding that sometimes these clinical studies are just oh, we need to look into this more. This is something worth doing a bigger study. This is something doing a more, you know, whatever. And for her to just be making these claims and not even really be tying it into their products yet. It's almost like she's lining this up to say, oh, this is what these products do. She hasn't said that yet, but even more so, that would be important to cite the sources and for them to not be on here knowing that she probably knows better. I just feel like, is that intentional? I don't feel like that would be an oversight. I feel like that would be intentional, but that's just my opinion, of course. But yeah.
And if people from Make Wellness somehow stumble across this video and you make it this far in the video, you deserve, if you're a rep of Make Wellness, you deserve to be able to ask for sources from people making these claims. It's not, and if somebody in Make Wellness makes you feel stupid or that it's unreasonable for you to ask for those sources, that is a sign of information control and also emotional control. It's one of the signs of a high control group. So just be aware of that. You deserve to know, where are they pulling these numbers from? To be able to make informed decisions. And also, if you are sharing these supplements with other people, you better not be sharing these statistics without knowing where the sources are that they're cited from. It's unethical.
I agree. I also think they have the right to know what they are ingesting.
Yes.
So we've talked about the science, we've talked about the statistics, the lack of sources, but I also think that people have the right, and thanks for the compliment on the lipstick. I appreciate you guys. People have the right to know what they're taking.
Yeah. It's reasonable. It's like, that's the bare minimum. You should know what you're putting in your body, and what is in the bottle should be exactly reflected on the ingredients listed on the supplement bottle. That's the bare minimum.
There are videos and podcasts. How do you say that word? Touting?
Touting.
Did I say that right? Okay. You know, some words on some days you're like, I don't know.
Yep.
Her PhD and MBA, but never any mention of where she got them. Big red flag. Hey, Jen, where are your degrees from? That should be information that anybody could have access to. That should be public information.
Agree 100%.
Interesting. The plot thickens.
Yes.
We need like a mysterious sound effect.
We do.
I don't think I have anything, but
yeah, I don't think I have anything either, but I'll find something. I'll find something for next time.
Fun.
And this isn't geared towards just exercise, has a lot to do with it, but this is geared toward just daily life stressors, right? Getting through your day, you go out and you wash your car, and you know, you're cooking dinner, and you're doing this and you're doing that, and you just get body fatigue and you're just tired and done. Well, our goal here is to create a product that gives you the endurance to get through your day doing all the things while allowing your body to maintain functionality and balance, right, with energy and muscles. So there's some big, huge claims here, which are really awesome, and we're going to add more to
big, huge claims, no sources
cited. Formula 2 is lean. The goal of this one is to kind of curb the appetite a little bit, so we don't get those spikes of like that Snickers, Oreo, whatever your thing is, at like 2 or 3 p.m. and then again late at night.
Okay.
You're like
if you want a cookie, if you have registered dietitian, cool, but like, just enjoy. Like, one of the things that registered dietitians will tell you is to enjoy your food and not feeling guilty about what you're eating, like within reason. But if you're going to eat a cookie, enjoy the cookie that you're going to eat, or if you're going to, whatever it is. And I know Erin's not a registered dietitian, but like, talk with your appropriate professional. But like, her shaming you about eating that cookie, like I'm not here for it, Jen. I'm not here for it.
I'll eat some cookies after this. Let
Hell
her
yeah.
say something to me. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. And also, I feel like, just in my opinion, we're going to talk about food and relationship with food. So, you know, just be prepared for that. When you see some of these really extreme things that many of these people in MLM companies suggest doing, whether they are cutting out specific food groups, like, you know, keto. And if keto is your thing, that's awesome. But these people are doing these extreme things, in my opinion, to try and sell you a product. And then when you're pairing these extreme, cutting out whole food groups, reducing the amount of calories that you're taking in, are you really having the results if you are losing weight or whatever from the product? Or is it because you have decreased your caloric intake? And I know, because it's science, and we all know, that it's from the decrease in your caloric intake. And I haven't seen anything mentioned about working out. I haven't seen anything about lifting weights and the impact that lifting weights on your body and your bones and, you know, all of that stuff. I haven't seen any mention of that. It's just about the products. I haven't seen any mention on cardiovascular health. I haven't seen any of that stuff. It's strictly about burning fat and preserving muscle.
Yeah.
You know how else you can build muscle and preserve muscle? By using them.
Mm. Yep.
And
I know, like, it's a little bit twisty when because like I went from running marathons, and like I was also, before that I was playing tennis full time, to being very mobile. I was very mobile before, and now I have to use a walker most of the time, which is a strange transition. So like if you're in my position or similar or whatever, it's I feel like talking with your doctor and your physical therapist or whatever help that you're able to get, and doing smart things for yourself, because listening to people like Jen in this company could end up putting you in a really like not great spot, because it's twistier, and like a pill from Make Wellness isn't gonna fix my situation. So like it's twisty too when they're talking about some of these red flags that they're trying to overcome in the slide before or this one. There could be a bigger sign, like with Jessie Lee. There was a bigger sign that something was wrong, and she was just happy that she was losing the weight that she was trying to lose for 6, 7, 8 years. And so that's why when they really say talk to your doctor, get testing done, have a broader perspective of like what health is supposed to look like, because some of these things are more important, and there's some signs maybe that you're in a worse health spot than just like, oh, I want to lose some weight or whatever. I don't know. Like it's
no,
it's
I
more
totally get what you're
complex.
saying. Yeah. And I think especially those that are suffering with chronic illness, there are things that cause flare-ups. There are things that really could impact your health in a very negative way. And we're kind of tap dancing down that road, I feel like, with some of the things that they're saying. They're also, you know, not everybody has the same abilities.
Yeah.
And so the way that she's kind of talking about this is it feels generic. It feels like, oh, this is a one-stop shop and this will work for everybody. And to kind of piggyback on what you're saying, DC, not everybody wants to lose weight.
Yeah.
Some people want to gain weight. Some people should gain weight. Some people are perfectly happy in the body that they're existing in, you know? And so I just think that this focus on, you know, weight loss, and her saying, oh, appetite suppressant and fat loss, you know, and I just feel like it's predatory. And I've said it before, I'm going to say it again, only work with professionals, which is also something DC has said. It just feels predatory to me, and I don't like it.
Yeah. Yep. And something, I guess I just want to drive home something that you said, is that you don't know what MLM thing or what supplement someone could be recommending as a non-medical professional that could really mess you up if you're struggling with like chronic pain or chronic illness. And like that has happened to me before. And it's like, that's why it is important to talk to your doctor and not hide things that you're wanting to look into, taking, because like something could really like something could really mess you up. So
Well, and I
it's
also
just
think, you know, we can kind of go down kind of we could make a turn here and talk about also how dangerous when we see people that are in MLMs that are, you know, oh, you buy, I'm just going to use Prove It as an example. When you see people that are like, oh, with my 10-day trial, if you purchase it, you're also going to get a meal plan and you're going to get an exercise routine. Not everybody should be doing the same thing. I will tell you, my personal training clients have very different routines because they have very different goals, and I have a full health history on them. And I think that that is really, really important, because we will see some of this from people in multi-level marketing. And I know that's not what we're talking about here, but I think it's really important to mention that, because that is dangerous. Workout routines should not be a one size fits all for everybody, because that's not the case. We all have different goals. We all have different abilities, and that it needs to be catered. So when you see that stuff online and you see, oh, well, if I get this, I also get a meal plan and I get this. Well, is that person credentialed to give you a meal plan? Because it's only registered dietitians and certified nutritionists. And it varies by state, what you're allowed to do and what you're not allowed to do. So I know that we all see it. And it's just me saying, hey, be on the lookout for this. That's very dangerous, and only work with professionals, which is also what DC has already said. So
yeah, cough, Brittany Dawn, cough. If we saw that situation, yeah. And also I know Texas doesn't have the same standards as other places do about things, but you're still supposed to get it from a professional. It's the better way to go. The registered dietitian. Yeah. Yep.
And also, I really love this comment.
Yes.
Congrats to those of you who have struggled in the past. It's a really scary place to be, and I'm glad that you've been staying in recovery. Y'all are super brave. I love this so much. Thank you, Hazel, for this comment. That is really important.
Yeah. And one of the exciting parts about having these kind of conversations, like in the MLM space, is that there's some people that have never struggled with an eating disorder ever, and being able to be in the live chat and like grow your empathy for others as we talk about this, because there's some things that you're going to run into in MLM that you've never struggled with, and you don't understand why it's twisty or why it can be potentially dangerous. And so like I love the range of like conversations that happen in the live chat or in the comment section, because it's not, we think the MLM model is broken and it harms people. There's like so many other little arms that reach out that end up messing people up, and like we get to learn. And like I've learned a lot in this process about other people and that I didn't know before, and I think that's a cool part of this. So yeah,
I agree.
Okay. Jen.
Oh my God,
Here we go.
right now. So the goal is to actually curb that, balance that, and burn fat. And how we're going to do that is utilizing these mechanisms of gut-brain axis with this leptin and ghrelin balance, right? So ghrelin,
What in the awaken
hungry,
is happening?
leptin means that you are not hungry. So
leptin.
God. I don't even want to know the side effects of some of this, like the mess ups and the formulations that are going to happen. And, they always do. They always,
it's going to be bad.
The stories that we've heard from these supplements is just, it's wild. And I feel bad for the people taking it, but yeah. Rip. Oh my God.
Paging Danielle Mioli. Oh, wait, you're in another MLM. Great. Got it.
you're full. So there needs to be balance there, because one outdoes the other. You tend to either eat a lot or you undereat. So we want to balance that out, right? Because we want you to be healthy, of course. So people have noticed a 600 calorie reduction on a daily basis with this, which is great.
Some people don't need a 600 calorie reduction. God dang it.
Month, I mean, we're seeing.
Hold on. That could be a very large calorie deficit for so many people. I'm in a calorie deficit and I'm not even doing 600 calories. What is happening?
The fact that she
Horrific.
threw that out there, especially with what her PhD is in and how flippant she was about being excited about, like, oh, some people are like have 600 calorie deficit. Like, that could be really bad. That could be really bad for somebody.
Oh
God,
my God.
what in the Optavia is this?
Seriously. The thing,
Ugh.
and I'm just going to speak on my own experience and what I've learned through becoming a certified personal trainer, working with people that want to gain muscle for whatever their goals are. I have found that not the majority, there are many women out there that are not eating enough for their goals. And when you have something like this and you have somebody that's got a PhD and an MBA that is talking about, oh my God, up to a 600 calorie deficit, and you pair that with people that want to build muscle for whatever reason, whatever their goals are, I should say, and you're talking about a 600 calorie deficit, that is dangerous.
Yep.
That makes me want to go have a snack right now.
Yep. And something I learned from like my registered dietitian, I'm autistic and my hunger cues are, I don't have a hunger cue. I don't get like that feeling in your stomach that you're like, oh, I'm hungry. I don't get that. Sometimes I'll have like a headache, or sometimes I'll just have low energy, or I won't feel anything. And so my registered dietitian gave me a list of like neurodivergent hunger cues that you can experience, because I was always waiting for myself to like feel hungry. And so
Yeah.
her Jen mucking about with a whole variety of people, or any MLM saying like, oh, here's a supplement, blah, 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 blah. Like, you don't know what you're getting in the middle of recommending something. Like, that could be even worse. Like what Erin's saying, some people aren't eating enough for their goals. And if you mix in other factors too, you could be in, an
extreme deficit. You could be in an extreme calorie deficit, and your body has a certain amount of calories that it needs in order to function and pump blood and operate all the organs and your brain and all of that stuff. And if you're not taking in not only the amount of calories, but the macronutrients to run your body, how are you going to build muscle? How are you going to insert whatever your goal is with working out in the way that you're able to? It just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
I mean, it's dangerous. This is scary to me that, oh, you can take this capsule and, you could be up to a 600 calorie deficit. Why would, first of all, just eat food. And you can, and if your goal is weight loss, you can do this stuff without taking a product that's going, that in my opinion could harm, one, your body, in my opinion, your relationship with food, your relationship with your body, and it creates this cycle of not understanding your body and then going to find the next thing and finding the next thing and finding the next thing. Oh, this diet's trending. Let me try this. Oh, this product is trending. This marketing, whatever is trending. Let me try this. Go back to the basics. Look at how many calories your body needs to function properly, not the minimum. What do you need for your BMR? What do you need for it? And what are your goals? And if you've been in an extreme calorie deficit, and please, work with a registered dietitian. But if you've been in a drastic calorie deficit, it's time to eat some more food. But again, that part you need to work with a registered dietitian. It just, this kind of talk, this kind of stuff really pisses me off, because I know that there are specifically women out there that think that by drastically reducing their calories, they're going to feel the best, because they're worth to them. It's been shoved down their throats their entire life that the number on the scale or the size of the clothes that you wear is your worth. And that's not it. And it pisses me off. And for a woman, I'm pointing at DC, but I don't mean DC, but for a woman to be talking about this with a PhD and an MBA, pitching a 600 calorie deficit for an MLM product, the level of this being unethical is I'm embarrassed for her. I'm actually embarrassed for her.
Yeah.
Don't listen to these people.
Mic drop.
Weight loss from computed tomography. So diagnostics are being used here to document these human clinical trials as well. This is over 10 years of research, this particular product and these peptides with 300 people studied. So this is a big product, and I think it's going to shake up the world a little bit when it comes to kind of balancing out leptin and ghrelin, and also being able to increase resting, energy expenditure. Like when you're just kind of moving through your day, you're going to burn more calories and burn more fat, and it's also going to help keep fat off, right? So we want body composition, balance of lean muscle and fat.
Oh my God.
It's not like you're going to just continue to bombard.
You still need food, Miss Ma'am. God.
Do you know how you get into body recomposition? Body recomposition is where you are building muscle and burning fat all at the same time. And you have to be expending a certain amount of calories, and you have to be taking in a certain amount of calories. And it's going to be different for everybody. But to say that you can get into body recomposition taking a pill is scientifically wrong. That's not how that works. This is infuriating to me. Like, you have got to be kidding me.
Yeah, I wish she was, but she's just spouting like literally like there's not, in my opinion, from what I understand, there's not science to support her claims that this magical pill is going to do all this stuff. And I mean, she hasn't proven that to us, but also science hasn't proven that either. We don't have any sources cited, and we don't have the science to support it either. So I don't know what you're doing, Jen.
I'm texting Susan. Now she's in trouble.
To be 80 pounds or anything like that. It's going to balance you out and keep this balance there. That's what I like about this product. There also is a study going on that supports the GLP-1 mechanism, so we'll have those to be able to release as soon as they release them to me. So some of these lean efficacy claims and trials, 100% of the weight loss from fat loss, documented by CT scan or computed tomography. And that's
100% weight loss from fat mass documented by computed tomography. What? Okay. Where's no sources cited. Interesting. Abdominal fat and waist circumference decrease significantly. Did we know that like you cannot lose weight from a specific body part? Like you can't spot reduce your fat. Like you just your body's gonna use the fat and like gonna lose fat as it sees fit to take it from like different parts. It's not, you can't spot reduce it. Sorry. I just like keep talking because I'm so mad.
Also, when we're talking about fat loss, fat is a necessary component to our physiology. There are many hormones like cholesterol that require fat. And this makes me so mad. Let me take a minute.
Okay.
Because if women have, I'm just going to speak for women because I am one, even though Jessie Lee's dad didn't think that I was, but okay.
What?
Yeah, that was on my reading mean comments video.
Oh God.
Body fat is really, really important because if women become too lean, it can mess with their hormone balance. It can mess with whether they have a menstrual cycle or not. And we don't need any help in that department. So,
yeah.
Oh.
Yep. Everyone take a breather. Grab a drink of a gulp of your drink. Don't forget to take your meds if you need to. Breathe in and breathe out. God.
That's because we're adding
hate
these
it.
short chain proteins or short chain peptides and amino acids back in. So they're building the blocks of muscle and protein while attacking adipose cells, particular. So a lot of it came from abdominal fat, visceral fat, which is around the organs. That's really tough to lose. And we want to lose visceral fat, right, to keep our organs healthy. 2 inches from the waist, rebalancing. And that's the word I want you guys to think about when you look at this product, is rebalancing body composition, right? Lean muscle mass versus fat mass. We want to balance that out. 60% of the total fat loss was from the trunk area. So your abdomen, you know.
So she's making claims that you're going to lose weight you're going to lose inches from your waist. You're going to lose inches from your butt. You're going to have a 6% reduction in fat mass overall. You like claim. Where's the study? And did you have a placebo group as well? Like, did we actually do this like as a actual ethical study or no? Because I've got questions.
Also, I feel like the people involved in this clinical trial, their medical history would be important. And that none of that is listed here because, I mean, we're asking for actual data. We're asking for sources. She's just kind of giving us these highlights and we're just supposed to trust her.
Yeah. It's wild. And that she's so excited about it. I have a like really kind of like a gross feeling that an alleged scientist is getting this like excited about this when she's not presenting it in a way that most scientists would if they were being ethical. So
that part.
Yeah.
Ladies, men, it happens. I get it. The buttocks, the legs, it happens. I get it. We all have a little pinch of an inch. I say I gotta pinch an inch here that I need to get rid of. And the cool thing is they continue to lose weight and reduce body fat mass after 20 weeks of supplementation, which is pretty awesome. Most ingredient suppliers and manufacturers don't typically test that far out, so it's good to see that they did.
Okay, so there's some study somewhere.
Formula 3.
Did you hear that?
That
this whole time she's been making it seem like this is the information on this product, right? And what she just said is it's really good that in manufacturers, and I can't remember what the other term was, and she said it's really good that they did that, not that we did that. This isn't even her study. Her
holy crap.
If it were, she would have said, and so I'm so glad that we tested this and these are the results from our study. This isn't even her study. Which makes me think that what she's talking about here is not on her products. And it's on ingredients that we talk about all the time.
Yep. I think you're spot on. I didn't catch that because I was like, "Where's the study?" And it did sound like it's on an ingredient, not on the actual product. Holy cow!
Yeah, it's really good that they did that. No, normally they don't do that for that long after the study.
Oh God!
Wow.
Formula 3 is energized. I like this because it's on the brain side, but it's a body-brain balance, right? So it's gonna. You ever know when you're getting through your day and you're like, okay, my body still feels good, but man, my brain is so tired, or vice versa. We want to balance that out, right? I think a lot of people go after energy.
So we've got increases energy production at the cellular level, supports adrenal gland function, involved in ATP production and energy metabolism. I'm sorry I'm laughing as I'm reading every single bullet point. Maintains mental performance under stress, reduces mental fatigue, preserves glycogen storage to be used for energy, influences mood and motivation, increases alertness, reduces fatigue, sustained release, no rapid spike or crash. Insert any multi-level marketing product recently at the top makes the similar, very similar claims. So
yep. Rinse, wash, and repeat. But Justin, you're doing things so different, my guy. It is so different. The comp plan is different. The health claims that have come out of your mouth allegedly, so different. The PowerPoint presentation, so different. The bland freaking products, the marketing, bland. It's so different. It's so different, Justin.
Yeah. Gotta love a stock image, and we didn't even take the time to do a photo shoot of our products in our product packaging. Or we could even do a 3D rendering, but no, we just went to Pexels and got a guy in front of a sunrise. Like, okay, thanks.
I think it would have been
Love
cooler
it.
if they would have taken that picture and made it the background and then added the wording in a way that makes it pop on the background. I think that would have been cool. Justin, write that down.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I would have loved to have seen a product too, because it's like you're selling us a hope and a dream right now, and like we're supposed to just believe that you have something available for us to purchase. Okay, Justin.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Energy from the muscles or energy for the body or energy from the brain, and they don't combine them or bridge that gap. And I think that we're doing that with this product. So increasing energy production at the cellular level, supporting adrenal gland function, right? Cortisol, we want to help with that. Involved in ATP production and energy metabolism. Must slow it down a little bit so I don't mess up the words here. I just don't want to keep you
You're
guys
a
here too long. You've been
scientist.
so patient.
You know
This could
the
have been an
words.
email.
But she's
And
a
you're a
scientist
scientist.
that
Yes.
studies this stuff, allegedly. You're going to slow down so you don't mess up the words? What are you talking?
And a scientist should be able to break down the information. Like, no, are all scientists good teachers? But there's a lot of scientists who are good teachers, and like that's what's so special when you can have both. Is someone being able to explain what the hell's going on in a way that somebody else can grasp. She could have done that for us, but no, we're ugh.
Also this right here. If she had really developed an actually innovative product, she would be working for a legit pharmaceutical company. Agreed.
Yep.
Oh my God.
Yeah, they started selling supplements, or they started presenting the idea of selling supplements, and they're
Remember
also
when they
still
sent
in the
us cease and
3-month
desist?
window. Yeah, that was so fun.
That's hilarious.
Also, as a squirrel trail, as a side quest, Neela Life has a what's it called? A mascot now, and it's a little arrow, and they called it Nero, like
Oh my
Emperor
God.
Nero.
No.
Okay, so tyrant and mass murderer, we're gonna make that the name of our mascot. Good job, Eric Allen. Good job.
Eric Allen, did you come up with that?
Oh my God, I just cannot. It's spelled differently, of course, but it sounds the same. So anybody who knows anything is gonna be like, "Isn't that the same phonetically, the same as that other guy?" Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Charcy said, Erin, you were on a social media tirade. They had to. By social media tirade, that was exactly 2 videos that I put out on from their MLM lawyer. That's embarrassing. Yeah. Also, one of the lawyers that works at that legal office likes to go on trips with, it looks like, younger individuals, and I'm not comfortable. I'm uncomfortable. I'm just going to say that. In my opinion, allegedly, I'm uncomfortable.
Yeah. Rip.
Maintains mental performance under stress. You know, when you get stressed out, and you're just like, I can't even freaking think straight. Like, I'm really trying to focus and concentrate, but I've just got, that's where this adrenal gland support's coming in to kind of balance that stress tolerance. So that way you can think and have mental energy to get through your day better. Reducing mental fatigue, preserves glycogen.
Doesn't like eating like a carb help you with your mental energy too? Like, doesn't your brain need, like, when you break down carbs and you mix, I don't know all the food stuff, but like gives your brain sugar that it needs to like glycogen, whatever, for your brain.
Glycogen broken down to glucose.
Yeah. Something. I don't know.
Glycogen storage for better energy production, influences mood and motivation, increases alertness. And the cool thing about this is we used
awesome.
to sustained release caffeine from natural caffeine sources, of course. So you're not going to get that rapid spike or crash. You know, a lot of people tolerate caffeine differently. Some people can't have it past 2-3 p.m. Some people like me can drink it at 9 o'clock and go straight to bed, which
Did she say this already?
neither one is good or bad, probably,
Yeah.
but we wanted to maintain balance with this caffeine. And it's a very small amount, so it's not like it's this huge amount of caffeine or anything like a pre-workout. We don't want no jitters. Some of the efficacy and mechanisms that we have
They're
here.
all different purples.
It was kind of cool making this formula because amino acids.
You know what's wild? They've got colors at the top. They've got like a grayish blue, a green, and like a lighter something that you think is one of the purples, but it's not. And then you've got a bluish like purple, and then underneath you've got a purple. Like, what do the colors mean? And why can't we read any of the text? Because it's blurry as hell. Who did this?
Jen did not do this. I know Jen didn't do this.
God. Normally, like, colors mean something, or like you have like identifiers of like, okay, this is gonna, I don't know. For example, let's say you see a menu and your desserts are in a color and your entrees are in a color and your appetizers are a color. So like when you see the purple items, you know, appetizers are purple. That's just an example of how you can like bring your color. It's supposed to help communicate messages more clearly. But here we're just in hell right now. We're in graphic design hell.
We're in health claim hell. Health claim hell as well.
Yes. Your brain consists of 5 to 8% of your body weight, but it uses roughly 20% of your sugar you eat. Carbs are necessary to get stuff done. I love that. Also,
it was kind of cool to make this formula. Her science degree from ABC University.
The world wonders. We don't know.
Yeah.
I'll have to find her I can look it up, but I need to find the right person to I'm not going to bother her. I just want to know if she actually has a PhD, because you could claim to have a PhD. I just want to know if she actually has one, because I'm confused. I'm really confused.
And who it's
right
through.
now.
What college, what university are we talking about?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Jeez. Are great, and we know they're great. Free-form amino acids don't work as well unless they're bonded to a peptide, and we're finding that out now. So we're able to bond peptides to these free-formed amino acids to increase their absorption and bioavailability, and also their potency, right? So we're using ones that are precursor to serotonin and dopamine to increase energy, to support mood, to get that balance, right? Supporting the adrenal gland functions, balancing that cortisol level, improves cognition, mental acuity, reduces mental fatigue, energy without the jitters, maintains mental performance under stress, and that's sustained release caffeine.
How can you make these structure function claims with a supplement? Normally, and if you don't know this, in any multi-level marketing company, the FDA is kind of picky about what you claim that your supplements can do. You're not allowed to make structure function claims with a supplement. Like, you can make those with prescriptions because they've gone through clinical trials and stuff like that. You can make statements if there's an ingredient within the supplement that has gone through clinical testing and stuff like that. But there's a lot of restrictions, and that's why people get fined and people get in trouble when they do this. But I don't know how she's able to make these claims when her products, I don't think that she's being compliant, in my opinion, about these. These seem wild.
That's exactly why we should send this to the FTC.
Perfect. Let's do it. Here we go.
Doesn't affect caffeine metabolism, which is a genetic function, actually. And I'm sorry, I can't see anything you guys are saying to me, so I'm just fire.
Her name's Jen Milks. She's a public figure. She has a website. She is she creates products for companies. So use that information for good, not
Research.
evil, like research purposes.
Yeah.
Not like you can try to look up if she has anything published on PubMed would be a good use of that. Not
Yeah,
doing
that would
anything
be
else
interesting.
Posing it out, and I'll make sure that I look at these to chat, or if there's anything you guys want me to add, later on, I'm happy to. So Formula 4, it's for focus, of course, called focus.
Cognitive
and it's also
focus?
about vision. So
Is that a thing? Hold on. Cognitive. I don't even know. I'm learning stuff.
Can't.
Cognitive focus is a unique combination of Kaiser Wellness. It's a product. What? I don't understand. There's lots of companies that have product names called Cognitive Focus, but it doesn't seem like it's an actual thing. It's like a combination of cognitive and focus. So,
Interesting.
BS in biochemistry. Stop it right now. Okay,
Uh-oh.
that's like right. That's about an hour away from me. Like, okay. PhD, biological and biomedical sciences from UC San Diego. I mean, that's a good school.
Interesting.
So interesting.
was fun to make. I think that when you've got nootropics or you've got brain enhancing supplements, a lot of people just think, okay, let's get them to focus better. Let's throw the kitchen sink of herbs and adaptogens and caffeine and everything else into this product, and we'll see what sticks. They're gonna feel awake, but how awake is it? Jittery awake? Are you able to kind of balance that focus, and it's not too much to be like, I can't even focus, my eyes won't even focus on something. I wanted to help with vision in this one as well.
I know, this is kind of like we're in the weeds a little bit with the health claims and just everything. This is their launch Zoom for their company starting today. Justin Prince is nowhere to be seen. Jen Milks is nowhere to be seen because she doesn't know how to run the Zoom call. And we're just looking at slide after slide after slide of, I don't know, stock photos, no product photos, and her reading something that could have been an email. Your launch presentation could have been cool. What are we doing? I don't know.
Yeah. Don't love it. Do not love it.
God.
And support the eyes. If we're sitting here looking at our computers, looking at our phones all day, that blue light is going to affect our vision, as well as eye fatigue and eye strain. So there's components and ingredients in here that are going to actually support your visual performance and support your eyes and help with the macular part of the eyes, as well as other parts.
Structure function. Okay. Here, hold on. Let me see if I can.
Is my voice pitched up for this?
Yeah.
Spokeswoman and educator, engaged in public speaking, educational video production, corporate presentations, and media appearances, radio and podcasts, enhancing public understanding of nutrition and genomics. Okay.
I cannot.
Oh my God. Jeez. Keith said, trust me, bro, fat loss. Essentially, that's what we're hearing.
Seriously.
We're stuck in whatever this is, health claim hell.
As well, and help with that glare, help with that blue light exposure, help with that just constant eye fatigue and eye strain. So with that, there's also going to be an improvement.
You don't need an MLM product to help with blue light exposure. You can just get blue light glasses for like $5 from Amazon. If you actually wear glasses, they can put a blue light reflective coating on for you. If you actually need, I don't know, your eyesight help. Yes.
There's more.
I had to do it. Oh my God.
Oh my God.
of cerebral circulation, so blood flow, right? Especially to that frontal lobe where all that memory and all of your ATP and mitochondria and stuff is. So that way it's going to help improve your focus, your short-term, long-term memory, balancing out neurotransmitters that help with mood, reduction of oxidative stress, because we know that if there's oxidative stress and inflammation in the brain, it's really tough for the brain to focus, right? It's under duress, so it needs protection from that.
I mean, sleep helps. Sleep can help your brain function better. Hydration can help your brain function better. Eating enough food can help your brain function better. I mean, let's start with the basics, okay?
Does
it also condition your hair
and make your eyes sparkle?
I want some sparkle. I mean, if it will condition my hair for me, like, great, let's go. Oh God,
this is wild.
This is wild. Yes.
Increasing BDNF levels, brain-derived neurotrophic factor, which is one thing us scientists always go after when we're trying to enhance brain function. And then glucose metabolism in the brain, because I don't know about you guys, but if I eat, which I don't eat a lot of sugar, but if I eat it, I cannot think straight. I feel like my brain is just done. So we're going to help, not that we want you to eat a bunch of sugar, let me phrase that, but helping metabolize that glucose in the brain better for sufficient energy to the cells so you don't get brain fatigue. And then the brain performance part is, or I'm sorry, the visual performance part is actually my favorite part of this. So just some other efficacy and mechanisms that we talked about, increasing.
I love that she's talking about efficacy right now, and we are looking at a slide where we cannot I'm sorry. We can't read the text on the slide. Sorry about the F-bomb. It just slipped out.
It's all good. I don't care. Do y'all care? Because I don't care.
Channel, I'm very sorry.
No.
God.
This looks like what is the thing that we tried to set up with the sounds and all that? For my channel,
sound, like a soundboard.
Like
a soundboard? Yeah,
that's what this looks like to me.
It does. It looks just like that. Is the efficacy in the room with us now?
Absolutely not, Holly.
Absolutely not. Oh God.
Delivery of nutrients through the blood-brain barrier, which that's another goal of the scientist, is be able to get through that blood-brain barrier to make sure the nutrients are delivered to the cells, improving focus, preserving cognitive function, reducing mental fatigue, short-term, long-term memory support, improved attention and processing, all the things you want in a focused product. And then we're coming over here and improving this eye strain and eye fatigue, and also protecting the eyes from blue light, which is actually my favorite part of it.
I wish she could protect our eyes from this PowerPoint presentation, because
talk about eye strain.
Oh, and she does know how to keep the text in line with one another on each bullet point. We just didn't do it for any of the other slides. Okay, Jen, slow clap for you. God.
All right, stop, collaborate, and listen.
You sent that one to me.
I love that. I'll take It's a Scam for 800, Alex. Yes.
I'll take pseudoscience for 600. Thank you.
So those first four formulas all have bioactive precision peptide or peptides in them, one or multiple. Formula 5 and Formula 6 do not. But I think they're important because they're going to support the peptides, right? Once they enter the body, if you're not hydrated, right? If there's these little tiny hiccups or things going on in the body, you'll absorb them and utilize them because they are so precise, but you want to take all those nutrients with it, and you want to make sure that the body is extremely ready and bioavailable for these things. So hydration is important. We understand the majority of people are underhydrated, right? So we want to make sure that you're being hydrated with adequate levels of electrolytes, not too much sodium, not
water. Why don't we all take a sip of something liquid? Oh my God. Water kind of is helpful sometimes. I mean, I don't know. Jeez. Yeah, electrolytes are important, but also just like food, water. Why don't we start there? And not the 4, 5, 6 times the market value of an equivalent product from a multi-level marketing company. Like, why don't we step away?
Oh, yeah.
Why don't we not?
Imagine the price.
Ugh.
There's no mention of like the comp plan. There's no, there's nothing. This is all just science, and this is supposed to be a launch. Is this a launch? I'm confused.
Yeah. There was also a comment from the chat that someone was like, "I'm tapping my credit card on the screen right now, just wanting to sign up," and people were like, "Yeah, I'm so excited about this." I'm like, are these people already signed up for this company? Is that
I'm
why
sure.
they're hyping it up? Because like this presentation does nothing for me.
I'm sure that they absolutely are.
Ugh.
Do we have
That's
make
really bad.
wellness
We got like
videos
1,000
on
milligrams of
YouTube
sodium.
already?
Do they? Let me see.
Hold on. I'm gonna look. I saw something. Yep. Oh, Justin Prince. I love that you're putting Justin. I love that you're putting it on YouTube so that we can all download it and react to it. Love
Oh,
that.
geez. Oh, there you go. 12 hours ago. Oh, he's got 10,000 views on it. Holy moly. Good for you, dude.
We don't mean that, by the way. It's not a compliment, Justin.
That's a forward
Just
slash
want to be
sarcasm.
clear. Just want to make
God.
sure that he understands that's not a compliment.
Oh, at least he's on the screen for this one. Jeez. 18 minutes.
Do we want to switch and listen to that?
Yeah, kind of.
Okay,
Listen,
good.
live chat. You vote. Drop a 1 if we should switch. Drop a 2 if you want to stay and listen to this shit show. Slow claps, Justin.
Jen's boring. I'm sorry. Jen is boring.
Yeah.
Not the Jens in the chat or replay crew. This Jen on the video.
Oh, God. Is 1. Let's go. 3 votes is enough for me.
Do you have
the
it, or
ones
do you
are
want me to
coming
download
in.
it?
I can just play it straight from here if you want to do that.
Okay, perfect.
Or we can also download it.
Hey, this is Justin Prince, man.
Ugh. Can you hear that?
Yeah, I could hear it.
Okay. Live chat, buckle up. This is Justin Prince. He's the
That's a
guy that got
great screen
terminated.
grab.
Oh, yeah. Here we go. What up, buddy? He started Make Wellness. He was terminated from Modere. I think he said that he was not starting a new multi-level marketing company when in the process of him getting terminated.
Correct.
And here we are, him starting his own multi-level marketing company. Tell us more truth, sir.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Ugh.
Hey, this is Justin Prince, man. I'm excited to be able to walk you through this new project that I'm working on and what we're doing with this new company. So here in a moment, I'll walk you through some slides. But for those of you that don't know my story, my wife and I live in Southern Utah. We have 4 kids from ages 20 down to 11, bookend boys, and then we have 2 girls in the middle, 17 and 15. I'm a daddy first. I'm a husband first for sure. I'm an entrepreneur second. So I've built multiple different multi-million-dollar businesses. My last business, we did over $2.5 billion in revenue. We paid out over $1 billion in commissions to our sales leaders, and it was millions and millions and millions of customers.
You didn't pay yourself though.
And as you would have in any entrepreneurial,
because he was one of the reps in Modere, right?
Yeah. That wording was really odd to me.
Yeah. He's making it sound like he had some type of control, like he was at the top and he made a lateral move as the leader of another company when he went from
Justin,
a rep. Yeah.
If you had control, you wouldn't have been terminated. So there's that. Maybe write that down on that piece of paper you got with that pen you just picked up. I saw you searching for the sound effect.
I was searching for it.
Also this. Please never say that again, Justin.
Yeah. Oh, God.
Not a fan. No, thank you.
Oh, we could make a good sound, a pyramid pop from that, though.
Let's do it.
Him saying, yeah.
journey. I've had all the ups and the downs. First business failing, living in the loft of my wife's parents' garage, below zero financially, back on credit cards, back on taxes, trying to chase the dream to become financially free. And, I feel like this next season, I feel like all of those wins, all those losses, all the ups, all the downs, all that's prepared for this moment, and really excited about what we're going to do. So let me walk you through these slides and I'll kind of walk you through what we're So for me, my real giftedness is
Oh.
in unlocking human potential. And so the idea for me was,
Are you biohacking too, Justin? You gonna biohack to unlock people's human potential?
Oh, I love that. Like I don't know, the dichotomy between unlocking human potential on top of a leaf background with the edges like slowly like getting too dry, so they're burned at the edges. I think that's incredible.
Of all the pictures he could have chosen, this is the one.
Yep.
how do we create a brand that really shines, a brand that helps?
You're going to talk to us about a brand? Sit down. I mean, I'm sorry, you're still sitting? Oh, I can't believe you did this. I can't believe you did this.
To be the one they're born to be. Because the truth is, if you look at our sales channel right now in the direct sales world, it's a sales channel that's in chaos. You know, and honestly, I feel like our country is in chaos in many ways. I feel like we need a value and principle-based leadership revolution where we're building the next generation of leaders around the world. So we're launching a company this fall.
DC
called Make Wellness.
Yeah.
Our country, the United States, is in chaos, and I would just like to take this opportunity to mention to check your voter registration at vote.org. If you've never registered, you've never voted, you can also go to vote.org to register. And I'm going to say this every stream, every video from here on out, because your voice matters. So please vote. Thank you.
Yeah, we're not being political. Erin's talking about taking the privilege, if you have it, if you meet the requirements to be able to vote here in America, to register and vote. We're not.
I think she's talking about Justin.
I was like, I wasn't sure, and I was like, I just wanted to encourage the chat. It's easier than you think, especially if you've never done it before. That's why she's doing it. So sorry.
Yeah.
I was like, no, she's not being political.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I mean, I can be. We can talk about it. But we'll save that for another time.
Yeah.
Also, I love this concept of being able to help people to make wellness, not just in their health and wellness, but in their financial situation, in their homes, in their confidence, in their courage, where we can make magic happen.
This is kind of very prove it looking to me.
It really is.
The color scheme, the make better. So just interesting.
And make health smarter and make communities thrive, make better leaders, make minds sharper, make bodies healthier. Our story is a story built on two things, science and nature. And I'll walk you through some of the big breakthroughs that are happening in research labs all around the world in the science side. But then also we're a brand built on nature, you know, on the soil and the plants and the elements with water and family and joy and authenticity. We put together a crazy team. I'm so excited to introduce you to, our team. We had really two premises.
The pink. God damn it. Are you?
Of course he did.
What's the
He's got the plants, growth and
God. Like, I just don't get it. I don't understand. Okay, you're going to have kerning with your letter super close. Okay, is that because make is like super close together, the kerning, but like the space between the letters super close. Okay, fine. Is that your branding? Is it the text? Is it the freaking leaves? Like, I don't know what it is. And then we've got the bright pink. I'm confused.
I love how it says experienced leadership. Yeah, we know what you're experienced in doing because I just read it earlier from the lawsuit, Justin. That's embarrassing. Yikes.
Yeah.
I feel like I need to change my lighting to like pink or something.
Oh, I should do that too. We should match.
Yeah, let's change it.
Let's go, Justin. Let's see.
I don't like that one as much. Yeah.
My pink doesn't show up very well, but it's okay.
No, I can see it. It looks good.
Okay.
I have to fix my light here.
Gotta go a little more red. All right. Oh, well. That's okay. There's a little pink behind there.
Wins. Yeah, it's cute. I like it.
All right.
Premise number one was no jerks allowed. My friends.
Why didn't you have that on the front then? We started with a premise, really bad graphic design. Oh, no, that's not what it says. We started with a premise. First off, we have a no jerk policy. Justin, Where's a mirror? Dear God, sir. Like, read the room. Please read the room. And also who spaced out this text.
Why is this like this?
I don't know. And so Louisa said, as a non-American, let me tell y'all something. The USA does create trends throughout the world. Please don't let bad things become relevant around the world. Yeah. And I think it's a good reminder that your actions have ripple effects. And I think it's
Definitely.
it's a very weighty thing to have the privilege to be able to vote here. And I know other places too, but yeah.
Oh my God. I'm going through the comments of his video
Huh?
and somebody asked how they can join. And somebody else, not Justin, who posted this on his YouTube channel, somebody else is going through and saying, oh, I can send you my link if you want to join.
Stop. Oh my gosh. That's wild.
Oh my God.
Buddy.
Yikes.
I don't know. I mean, it's just like life's not about where you go, it's about who you go with. You want to go with great people. And then the second thing is I want a team of people that had been there and done that at the highest level and that were proven and that deeply cared about people. So I'm the founder of the company.
Did you deeply care about people or were you deeply caring about the money in your bank account? I'm confused. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Erin.
The people that you wanted that have done it before and done it to the highest level, is that why you had them get on Zooms prior to all of this, but they had to sign NDAs first?
Rip.
I mean, because yikes. Thanks, Athena. That's so nice.
Yeah. Is that fuchsia pink one of his brand colors? Apparently.
He's trying to make it one.
Very strange. I'm not saying I don't like pink. It is strange in the context of his like generally pink is not associated with like the messaging that he's trying to communicate with like his ingredients and like and whatever Jen is trying to communicate. Like color theory is a thing and it means different things in different countries based off of culture and stuff like that. So it's just a strange choice.
Yeah.
So
I think he's just trying to market to women. I think it's like a pink tax thing.
Oh,
that's what I think.
That's even worse. That's even worse.
and the reason I'm saying that is because we know statistically that it's mostly women that are in multi-level marketing companies. And he knows that.
Yeah.
Don't you, Justin?
Yep.
Yeah.
I've been getting some more vitamin D, which is why I probably look tanner than normal.
I love that. Good for you.
What's twisty? Thank you. What's twisty is that there was a disparity. There is a gender disparity in the workplace. And then multi-level marketing companies came in and took advantage of that, of also the whole like raising your kids or like it's a combination of a lot. So it's a multifaceted issue. In my opinion, multi-level marketing companies came in and took advantage of people looking to make money, and multi-level marketing companies win while their distributors almost always lose or don't make any money at all.
Yep.
And they lose in financially, but they also lose out on time with their family and other things that you can't end up getting back. So it's just, it's a whole twisty mess.
Welcome to the Roast of Justin, hosted by Erin and DC.
Let's go. Oh my gosh. Justin. Here we go. What? Who? They have a forest in the background with sun rays coming down and it's faded out, and that is the background for their team. It's just God.
Let's read through some of this real quick. Do you want to?
Yeah.
So obviously, we have Justin Prince, and then we have Truman Hunt, who used to be the CEO and a board member at New Skin. Chairman of the CEO Council of the World Federation of Direct Selling. That sounds like something out of Star Trek. And a DS Direct Selling Hall of Fame. Good Lord, inductee. Then we have Robert Finnegan, who is the CMO, founder of Black Labs Ventures. Wait a minute. Hold on a second. The former CMO, CBO, co-creator of Modere.
What? Oh my God.
I don't recognize that name. That's interesting. He must have been a part of Modere many years ago or something, like when they first started.
Yep.
Interesting.
Holy moly, he was a VP of Bank of America.
And then we have Jen Milks,
What?
the formulator. CEO of Go Exec LLC. I love that she put that on here. Doctorates of nutrigenomics, natural medicine, and oriental medicine, board certified biomedicine, and advanced DNA analysis / interpretation.
Is that a real? I mean, I know that's a real thing, but is that a board certification you can actually get? That would be my question, just based off of how she presents her information.
Board certified through who?
Yes, good.
That's my
That's my
question.
question. That's my question.
That's our question.
Oh God.
Yikes.
Number one shareholder. I'm the number one investor in the company. You know, I feel like I have a unique perspective in direct sales. I feel like I've been at kind of all the levels of direct sales, from, you know,
What is
working hard
his
to make a
angle?
part-time income to working hard to make a little bit of income,
Yeah, like, why are we not looking at the camera? Because this is not effective. If you have two cameras, that would be one thing to switch between. I'm having a conversation this way, and then in the next sentence or the next paragraph, you have a little bit different angle, like to add interest. This is just strange because you're looking straight at your computer and you stopped making eye contact with the camera. Like, what is happening?
Imagine if I did commentary like this. Guys.
Erin. People would lose
Yes.
it. People would lose it, Erin. Oh.
Oh, I don't know what happened to Justin, Sarah.
Good question.
But I bet he's going to be making an appearance here soon. Allegedly.
not working hard to make a 6-figure income, then ultimately a 7-figure income, then ultimately an 8-figure income. So I don't know what it's like to be kind of the little guy, the medium-sized guy, as it were, and then also maybe the top earner in the world for many years there.
Oh.
Truman Hunt is the former.
He and Jesse Lee.
Absolutely not.
Were they not fighting out?
Not to mention the water. The water, you guys. It's water. Everyone drinks water. It's a no-brainer.
Thanks, Alexis, for that soundbite that I will be playing on all of my videos. Also, you're in a cult. Call your dad. Thank you.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, DC.
No, I just everyone's fighting over who the #1 earner in multi-level marketing is, and he was never listed on. Maybe he never submitted his paychecks, but he was listed at one time on Business for Home, which I know is a pro MLM website, but it did have listings of who. And Jesse Lee, when we were asking those questions about if you were actually making that money, how come you haven't submitted? She ended up submitting some of her paychecks to Business for Home for them to verify her money that she was claiming she was making. And Justin Prince has never been on the top of Business for Home. And neither was Jesse Lee. So, okay. Make some claims. Make some more claims, dude. Whoops.
Former CEO of Nu Skin. So if you're familiar with Nu Skin in the direct sales space, Nu Skin is one of the oldest, largest, most reputable direct sales companies in the world, multi-billion-dollar year, publicly traded, gold standard company. Truman worked there as a CEO.
Multi-billion-dollar a year. Please hold. Business for Home. Hold on. Business. I'm just gonna look because I know Nu Skin. Maybe they did. Momentum ranks companies. Company revenue 2023. I'm just gonna look. Nu Skin. Select country. I'm just gonna look in the United States.
Oh my God. Robert has been quoted and featured on CBS Sunday Morning, NPR, and CNBC. He holds a bachelor's of fine arts from the Rochester Institute of Technology.
Wow. Interestingly enough, here is New Skin was doing $2,680,000,000 in 2018. In 2021, they were doing $2,695,000,000. They've dropped from 2021 to 2023. They're at $1,970,000,000. So they've almost dropped $1 billion in losses, like in their in their revenue of what they're making. So which is wild. I'm just gonna link it for y'all so y'all can go look. That might not be completely accurate, but it does show lots of the revenue differences for many MLMs. I'm gonna put it in both chats so that y'all can have it.
Thank you.
Because we do like to cite our sources whenever
We do. Jen, write that down. Jen Milks, write it down. Thank you.
Running that business for 21 years. He took them from 700 million a year in revenue to 3.2 billion per year in revenue.
When was that?
In fact, they had a $6 billion market cap at the time. He also was the former chairman of the board of the WFDSA. The WFDSA is where you work with all of the top CEOs. It's kind of a governing body of all direct sales. So he has such an interesting perspective of not only building one of the biggest direct sales companies ever, but then also working with, all the top, most reputable CEOs in our space. Bob Finnegan, man, this guy, branding and marketing savant. He and I
he's a branding and marketing savant, and this is what we ended up with in freaking Make Wellness. 1, you chose that name. 2, your presentations look like this, and you're saying Bob's a savant. Give me a break. Give me a flippity flopping break, okay? Oh my god. Yes, that's what we need. Just every 5 minutes, we need the screaming goat because
I have to turn it. I had to turn it down though, because that's how I feel watching this. I'm like, what? Oh my god,
it's so bad.
Actually, worked on my prior business together. A lot of the retail genius that came from that business that created our customer acquisition machine came from Bob's mind. He spent his whole life in retail, and he is just amazing. And then Jen Milks is actually our chief science officer. This is a woman that's
her says chief marketing officer, BT Dubs, who the branding and marketing savant
fail.
Also, that's fine. Nothing's lined up. I hate it. Jeez,
have you seen that video of all the ladies screaming in the forest? I feel like that should be us right now.
I need to get that sound bite because we need it. We need it for these streams. Holy moly.
Really interesting. She has not only a PhD, she has 3 PhDs and then an MBA. She's a product formulation specialist, and she's just been such a valuable member of the team. That leads to the product platform. So here's the thing, I asked myself, first question, do I want to do this again in direct sales? And the second question I asked myself was, if I do want to do it again, what's the product platform? Like, what are we going to do? Because, building a thing that's like my multivitamin's better than yours or my stick pack's better than yours, I just didn't have any interest in doing it, candidly. I wanted to build a platform that I felt like had the ability to do tens and tens of billions of dollars in revenue. The platform that we've chosen is peptides.
You think this is going to be your tens of billions of dollars in revenue? Okay. Who did the branding? Oh, wait, Bob did. Bob apparently did the branding, and we're here now. What?
Why do we have red now?
I know. And what's up with the leading? Like, we just randomly decided we're not going to care about the spacing. Like, they've made it a big deal to do the spacing, extra close kerning for the big titles and stuff like that. And now we're not close together anymore, either kerning wise or leading wise. And then we're just going whatever color we want now. It's open season for everything. Oh. God.
Now, a couple quick thoughts I'll share with you on peptides. My guess is
oh my god.
Oh my god. Oh geez.
You're hearing this. Some of you are like, I know all about peptides, and some of you are like, what's a peptide?
Yeah, he didn't stop on her at all.
It's a new emerging category. Couple quick thoughts. If your DNA is the lock, peptides are the key. So the simplest way to think about peptides is they unlock your DNA to up and down regulate to work at optimal level.
Science besties, hold on. Do peptides. I just don't know enough about this. And maybe Eloise, when she rewatches this, can drop some stuff in the chat. Or I know we've got a lot of smarties in the chat too. So peptides as epigenetics modulators, therapeutic implications. There's a paper on the National Institute of Health. I don't know, like I'm gonna link it in the chat on both. So if y'all want to go read it, you're more than welcome to. Yeah. No, God, no. Oh, wait, I have something like that, but I don't know if I have it loaded up. I had it at one point.
I had it already.
Good.
I had it ready to go.
Oh, does he know what a peptide is? Good question. Yeah, this paper, there's some interesting information. Feel free to read it. There are 4 authors. The author information's listed. It's from 2019, so it's relatively recent. So I think it might be good to look at that on your own time. It'll be in the chat.
I love this. I just Googled over-the-counter peptides, and there are a bunch available on Amazon. Also, Holly said your DNA isn't locked, Goon.
And again, like epigenetics is so complex, and there's things that can impact. Like I know Aya, and there's other really smart people in the chat who like understand this way better than I do. But it is not just there's like food factors, environmental, there's actual like stress factors, like there's other things that can turn your genes on and off and stuff like that. And like I know genes are a little bit different than DNA, but it's so complex. I'm not smart enough to communicate it, but I'm incredulous that an MLM is going to be doing anything meaningful in this area. So
absolutely agree with that for sure.
Andrew, who's a Stanford professor, he's got a really famous podcast. He says peptides are the wedge between pharmaceutical drugs and nutritional supplements. They're not drugs, but they're way more effective than nutritional supplements. So this is the future.
You're going to get in trouble with
the challenge with peptides as they are today. They're synthetic chemical compounds made in a lab.
He is trying to make it seem like, oh, this is something you can get over the counter, but it's more effective than any other supplement that you're going to take. And oh, by the way, you don't have to go to the doctor. Those pesky medical professionals. It's the same thing that Young Living got in trouble for having therapeutic grade on their bottles for essential oils because it communicated something to the general public that they were better than regular essential oils. So I think that Justin Prince can get in trouble potentially with the FDA for saying something like that, because that's a pretty bold statement to the consumer.
And that's why I think he allegedly on one of the other Zooms has said, you don't need to take a GLP-1. You can just do this and preserve your muscle and lose the weight. So I think this is where that comes from. I feel like.
Yeah, I think you're right.
They're injectable. For most of them, you have to do them through injection. So I think for a mainstream mass market person, that's going to be a little bit of a challenge. They're expensive. They're complex, hard to know how to do all the usage. So as we were looking at this category, I remember thinking to myself, like, okay, do we do like a telemed model? Where like you tell a customer and then the customer, talks to the doctor, and then they do a blood panel, and the doctor has the nurse send back a bunch of syringes. I was like, oh my gosh, sounds like the worst business ever. No, let's not do that.
Telemed, just as an FYI, like you don't knock it till you are immobile and you need access to a medical professional, and like it gives access to people potentially that wouldn't necessarily be able to have easy access to like driving and going to a doctor. Some people don't have cars, and some people don't have cars, or like even if they did have a car, they can't drive anymore. So like having that Zoom practice better or telemed or ZocDoc or whatever, like I don't know, the way that he is so like sounds so like snobby about the idea that it could be a technological like access for people. I don't know. It's just rubbing me the wrong way, but I'm
Well, and
more
also,
biased.
I mean, I get that, but also the fact that he's talking about what do I want to sell in the MLM?
Yeah.
That part for me, I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah. Ugh.
I remember thinking, what if we could do them where instead of being
Love that.
synthetic chemical compounds that came from nature, instead of doing injections, people could actually do them as a nutritional supplement, and they would work running it through the gut. In other words, as a nutritional supplement. What if they were affordable versus, you know, expensive, so your mainstream normal person could get access to them? And then what if you created the easy and trusted brand to do it? And so we went on a search and we created partnerships with some of the most prestigious research labs in the world. In fact, one of our labs has been at this for just under 10 years and has just under $100 million invested in venture capital money. They're using AI data platforms to identify and to isolate and do human clinicals with peptides from nature. So the idea for us is that Mother Nature is the ultimate biochemist. She has always had all the answers.
The progressions that we've made in science and supplementation and prescriptions, they start from a specific spot and they move forward as we learn better. Is the pharmaceutical industry like good all the time? No, but have they made advances that like help people live longer and also help conditions that normally didn't have answers before? Yeah, like they're trying to play into people's biases that more ingredients are worse, and that's not always the case. Like sometimes people have sensitivities to things that are in prescription medication or even supplementation or supplements, but it's not always the case. Like it is a logical fallacy, in my opinion, to say like, oh, the more ingredients, the worse it is for you. Sometimes the more ingredients are because those extra ingredients help the prescription work better or do what it's supposed to do. And so you can't just say like, oh, 4 ingredients. No, you need 1 ingredient or 12 or whatever. Like it's just, I don't like where this is going because I think it's rubbing up against the mentality that people in Young Living had when I was in, and scaring people from modern medicine if that's the right answer for like something that's wrong with you or
by
something
villainizing modern medicine.
Yeah. To make money. I mean, I know the pharmaceutical industry makes money. I get that. But this is even twistier because of the bite model aspect that's in MLMs and the pricing aspect to pay out the multi-level marketing model. It's extra twisty. It's extra twisty.
Definitely.
Her pharmacy is the natural world, but until we had these AI platforms, these data platforms to identify and to isolate and to do human clinicals on these peptides from nature, we couldn't harvest all this power that Mother Nature had. So to give you an idea, there's trillions of peptides in nature, and imagine there's 700 different locks in the human system. So there's trillions of keys and 700 different locks. So what the data platforms do is they go in there and find which key unlocks these different pathways with precision in the body. And so the story that we're taking to the world is bioactive precision peptides. We're the first precision cell signaling peptide ingredient derived company from nature. And what we're going to do is we are going to go mainstream and educate the population on bioactive precision peptides. So if you think of like the power of direct cells is the power of people telling the story. So for example, if I said to you, have you ever heard of antioxidant?
The power of direct sales is the power of people telling a story. Unfortunately, there's no regulation on what story is being told. And because of how the model works, people end up telling stories that sell a product or sign someone up because that's what you have to do to be successful. And then what story are you telling? Well, I don't know. I got him to buy the product. Well, is it a true story? Well, it was true for me at the time that I needed to, get someone to sign up, or I heard this from my leader. And it's like, well, I don't think, I think that's a no. I think it's a no. Just rip to ethics. Ethics is not in the room with us anymore.
Definitely not. Oh my God.
So you say, course I have, right? Well, Nu Skin 25 plus years ago, with their sales leader, went out and mainstreamed that story of antioxidants. In fact, they did tens of billions of dollars with that story. If I said, you've ever heard of essential oils, you'd say, of course I have. The Young Livings and the doTERRAs of the world and their sales leaders went out and told the story. They mainstreamed.
Gary Young was moonlighting as a doctor in rooms in Ecuador that they were performing surgery, and he was like, me too. I'm gonna do that too. Or he was acting like a religious control freak at a religious controlling high control leader, whatever, in his place of work, ultra religious in a way that ended up, in my opinion, harming the people that he worked with. He had medical mess ups on a huge permanent scale that he never got in trouble for. So when you're like, oh yeah, they told a story. Yeah, their PR ended up hiding who Gary Young was. And then people think like he was some kind of like incredible person when he did a ton of harm. So this whole, we're going to tell a good story. No, thanks. No, thanks.
This is such a good point. Root into Being says, you know how the US has rampant chronic illness? Starting to think maybe everyone taking random supplements and effing with their body's processes with reckless abandon might be part of it.
Super good point. Really good point.
Very good point.
Yeah. Also, Charcity, same. F Gary Young. I say that disrespectfully because of the power that he wielded and the harm that he brought to people, and the things that he did with his clinics were disgusting. If you think I'm overreacting, you need to go look into Gary Young if you've had any association with
If
Young
you can
Living.
stomach it.
If you can stomach it, because it is a content warning. Death, just content
Child
warning.
loss.
Yes, all of the things.
Yeah.
Awful. And the plantation school building, yes, also that. So, yikes.
Stream the story. And all three of those companies did tens of billions of dollars in revenue. We're going to go do tens of billions of dollars in revenue, mainstreaming the story of bioactive precision peptides, where they're natural versus synthetic, and your body's already familiar with them with your body chemistry, and they're ingested, not injected, and they're affordable, and they're potent, and they're all tested on human clinics.
It doesn't necessarily matter ingested, not whatever the other word, like getting a shot with something in it, like it's fine if that's the best way to take it. Okay, you're gonna villainize getting something injected, like people who have diabetes type 1 and they need an insulin pump, or they need to be able to get that immediately. Like sometimes that's the best way to get what you need in the body, or like sometimes taking it orally is not the answer. So why are you, I don't know why he's villainizing it because he's gonna make money off of the ingested supplements. I'm sorry.
Exactly.
Yeah. Savannah Marie is an incredible creator and has done a lot of Young Living content and done it in a high quality deep dive type of way. So also the Hunbot, I think, has done one too, or her husband did. It was really good. I think it has like 1 million views on it now.
Oh,
it's
wow.
really
That's
good.
amazing.
So yeah, it's very in-depth and really good.
My friends, this is the future of wellness. This is where it's all going. Part of what also kind of got me fired up is in direct sales, we have a little bit of a phenomenon, what I would call a pop and drop phenomenon, in our companies, where we're, you have a company that's super, super hot. We're all hearing about it. And then 6 months later, it's like, where'd they go? With this.
I'm sorry.
Awakened, Elamir, Transact card.
Oh my God. Finmore.
Oh God.
Wow.
Yep.
Platform, it's really interesting because these labs are doing this research literally all the time, finding kind of the next breakthrough in these bioactive precision peptides. And so you build the biggest sales force in the world that are.
This image that we're looking at, they used a this still has the watermark on it.
It
So they
does.
did
I
not
didn't notice
pay
that.
for it. They published this on his YouTube page. They did not pay for this image.
Isn't that like copyright infringement?
Yeah, you can get fined for it. You can get fined in a big way. Like the construction company that I used to work for, on the marketing side, there was something that ended up before we got hired on. They ended up potentially being in trouble for like $40,000 worth of fines because of an image that was used like 15 plus years ago. So it's
Can
a big
anybody
deal.
see what the watermark is?
It's Unsplash. Unsplash.com. It's like
do with that
pixels, but they've
information what y'all will.
I'm gonna take a screenshot and I'm gonna send it to him because I'm petty like that.
Love that.
We'll
for
see what
us.
happens.
Actually, I love that for him.
Have the day you deserve, Justin.
Out there selling and telling the story on Instagram or TikTok or with their friend at coffee about bioactive precision peptides, but then you have different product verticals you can get into, whether it's sleep or energy or stress or weight loss or beauty or longevity or hair care, these different multi-$100 million, multi-billion-dollar product.
Not just that, he's using this in a presentation to try to get people to sign up for Make Wellness and sell products, and he's using images that he has not paid for. I'm sure that he wasn't the one that produced this, but his graphic designer / marketer / marketing savant should have caught that. So
oh my God.
I'm nervously laughing because holy moly, like it's not just money from the stuff that he could be making from like AdSense on his YouTube channel. It's bigger bucks because of people potentially signing up for Make Wellness. If anybody, I'm sure a few people have signed up. So it's a big deal.
You'll have to keep us updated if you hear anything because I'm genuinely curious.
Oh, I'm emailing them right after this stream, so I'll let you
that.
know. I'll let you know what happens.
All right.
And I'm probably gonna tweet about it as well. So we'll see what
As you should.
see. Yeah.
Articles that keep your story relevant because no company grows to the moon. iPhone changed the world, but if all of us are trying to sell iPhone 1s right now, we're going to get crunched. It's because you have to stay innovative and you have to stay on the cutting edge. We're launching 6 products this fall. All of our products.
Unsplash used to be free along with Pexels. They've since changed to a paid model. So because it has that watermark on it, it is under a paid image. So if he's gonna get something's gonna happen. We'll see what happens after we download this video.
Have a naming convention called I am statements. So for example, you're here today, I'll share with you fit, I am lean, I am energized, I am focused. I kind of tease people. I'm like, do you know anyone that would not like to be fit, lean, energized, or focused? I mean, it's just, it's like an IQ test. Or like, yes, I'm in. This product fit is absolutely so cool. This one actually helps you increase your protein.
Now, but we didn't have it on the stream earlier with Jen. Okay.
So weird.
Fun.
Human clinicals confirm. Increased muscle protein synthesis, supports growth of muscle mass, reduces muscle fatigue by 47%, improves muscle recovery by 144%, reduces lean muscle loss 54% more effective than milk proteins, 54% muscle performance improvement. Come on.
Normally, when you have a statement like that, you have a little asterisk and you have a little footnote, a little like a 1 or a 2, like it references the footnotes that it goes with, so like what we're citing, but we don't have any of that here, which is awful.
I mean, coming from a company that steals other people's intellectual property, I mean,
yeah.
How could we expect them to cite their sources,
Yep. Rip.
To use your protein to retain your strength, to hold on to more muscle. Here's what I want you to know. You don't have to be a bodybuilder or a CrossFit superstar to need muscle. My friends, muscle is the ultimate anti-aging elixir. If you want to live a long, healthy, fit, and active life, you
muscle
need
and
to
flexibility.
Hold on to your muscle. This actually
I think
Muscle
forgot
and
that part.
flexibility for mobility purposes and just getting through your everyday life activities. But
Yeah.
you can take creatine, you can lift weights. There's so many different ways that you can do that. Creatine is one of the most studied supplements out there. You can Google studies on creatine and find the information that you're looking for. Can't say the same for this MLM product.
Will dramatically improve your recovery. Muscle recovery in the clinicals was improved by 144%.
That'd be cool. I don't think anyone
It reduces lean muscle loss. It's just a really dynamic product that you'll take every single morning, has a really refreshing kind of orange sunrise taste. Lean is also really special. So how many of you have heard of like Ozempic, for example? Ozempic.
Oh, here we go.
Or semaglutide or Mounjaro. Those were peptides that pharma took for diabetes, but then it became commercialized for weight loss because they were so effective for weight loss.
Well, what again? When you are working with your doctor, it's one thing. Also, if a community needs a specific medication, they can't get it anymore because it's being used for I don't remember what it's called, but when there's like a parallel use or like an additional use that it can be used for. Like, I know that diabetics who needed Ozempic couldn't get it because individuals who could pay out of pocket for it were using it for their weight loss. And I'm not saying that with your doctor, that might be the right solution for you because sometimes like you need assistance and it's the right fit for your health plan. I'm just saying some people who needed it to like live couldn't get access to it because there was a shortage. So it's like it's hard listening to Justin Prince talk about this, and I don't know. It's confusing because if someone could take something other than that, but it wouldn't be from an MLM. Off-label use. Thank you. Thank you.
Also, I think from a marketing, I guess, perspective, we're seeing a lot of these MLM companies that are talking about a natural GLP-1. And it's them just trying to capitalize and prey on the people that, just like DC said, we're not able to get the medications for whatever reason, too expensive, just flat out it being out of stock, those types of things.
Yeah.
And I just think that that's disgusting. And I think that is it's greed. It's greed. It's disgusting. Good night, Charcity.
And again, it's like that's one of those ethical things from doctors. It's like, doctors wanting to make money, like they need to make money to function in society. Like I get that, but in my opinion, it was in an unethical arena potentially of them being able to say like, oh yeah, $900, $1,200, $1,500 a month, and I will prescribe this, and a bunch of doctors were doing it and knowing the ripple effects of those actions, created a shortage potentially. It did create a shortage. And so it's like, it's hard to stomach that. And it's also one of the points about medical professionals doing ethical things and understanding the far-reaching like consequences of their actions is important, but I don't know. Yeah.
I agree with you.
Ugh.
And the challenge that some folks are having with Ozempic is that about 40% of the weight that they're losing is actually coming from muscle. And like we talked about, you don't want to lose your muscle. But
Miss Ma'am, Jen Milks was saying, oh, taking this product, you're going to decrease your calories by 600 calories. And it's like, okay, we're decreasing by 600 calories. Do we need to decrease by that? Are you still getting protein? Are you still getting enough food in general so your body's not eating itself? Like, so we're listening to him say this. Jen's on this other page, and it's like nobody shared their notes. And I'm hitting myself because I'm frustrated. God.
I get it. I'm with you.
Lean product, 100%.
Also from like just from a like graphics, like they've made the kerning super small. Kerning is like the space between two letters. So between M and A, that space, they've reduced it so that they touch. The A and the K, same thing. The K and the E, same thing. They've done it on other titles my question is, why didn't they do it for their products? Like, it still would have been legible. Like, you're talking about brand and brand consistency, and like we've seen some of those pieces throughout. I'm saying this in frustration that you're launching a company, that you have some type of marketing savant on your team, and we don't see that carried through on the products packaging. Like, it doesn't. It just shows it just shows sloppiness, and I don't.
Thrown together, not planned out, all the different colors.
Yeah. Nope.
What are we doing?
We don't know.
And of the weight people were losing from this product, 100% of it was actually from fat, specifically visceral fat. They did like DEXA scans where 65% of the weight they were losing was from their midsections, 2 inches off the waist. And it also helps with your ghrelin and your leptin, which is your hunger and your satiety hormones. So it helps to kind of regulate that and smooth that out. Focused, man, this product is so interesting. It actually it enhances focus, concentration, and memory, and while decreasing brain fog and brain fatigue. It increases blood flow and oxygen to your brain. And it also has some ingredients to help you with blue light, because a lot of us, our eyes are so tired because we're looking at our phones or looking at our screen every single day. Energize is another really dynamic product. This product increases serotonin and dopamine levels to help increase energy levels. It supports adrenal gland function, and it.
How can you make those claims?
I don't think you can say that.
Well, this is wild.
Has a natural coffee berry extract for a sustained release caffeine. So there's no big, huge boom. It's a natural based caffeine, so it's a real sustained release. And again, we have 2 other products that we're launching this fall that are all based on the I am statements. I am hydrated, I am calm. From a packaging perspective, I think we're gonna be able to do some really fun stuff to really wow your customers.
Really fun stuff to really wow your customers. Is it gonna end up in a landfill? Because that's not really a wow moment for me. Like, if it's completely biodegradable, great. That's awesome. Also, this packaging is shit. Okay, we got the pink. I guess that's where you're getting the pink from. You've got a really strange Make Wellness embossed. I don't know what the background is. It's like, is that supposed to be metallic? Is it like, why is it in the corner of the box randomly? Like, it doesn't make any sense. This is like a first rough draft in design school for your product packaging class. This would not be the final that you would submit.
What would you change on this? What would you do? I'm just curious.
I don't mind. I mean, if you're gonna go with the pink, that's fine. I would be questioning, like, what's your brand at this point, because you brought in a lot of green. You've all of a sudden introduced all these other colors. If it's gonna be pink, fine. I don't mind the side piece where you see this little tab over here. That could be cool. I don't understand. I don't necessarily mind like 01, this type of text at the top, the naturally smart, artificially intelligent, other than I disagree with like what they're saying. I don't mind that description on the top. I just think that I think the Make Wellness, they should have lost this, like, I don't even know what it is. It's not reflective. In the Make Wellness, it could have been embossed on there, but I think the product packaging needed something better, texture wise, or like some type of design. I don't know. It's lackluster. It's literally like the first thing that you would submit after you've gone through a rough draft. Like, this feels like a rough draft to me.
Okay. Solaire says it's weird that they're talking about natural, but the packaging gives like high tech.
Yes. And that's the thing too. It's like your colors. You take the several color theory classes in school or like in design school or whatever, and depending on the culture, like the country that you're specifically marketing in, like, colors mean certain things. Sometimes you can have a direction. Like, they seem to love pink for some reason. I said earlier on in the stream, like, it doesn't make sense with their natural, the whatever ingredient thing that they're going with. So like, that should have been addressed like early on in the branding conversation. And it, like, why is the pink here? Why is it important? That's that would be my question. Like if we're gonna die on the hill of pink, like make your thesis good for it. And this is not it. It doesn't make sense to me.
So
It's
many
the
people are saying
T-Mobile
it's
for
T-Mobile.
MLM.
Yeah. The T-Mobile of
Tasha?
MLM. Cool.
Yes. Tasha got it. And you have to be careful
Yikes.
too when your stuff looks too close to another brand. Like that's what your marketing person, sometimes you can nod to another brand, but this is so close, like color wise, to another one. Like you would just want to be careful and intentional about like, do you understand if you're too close and you could lose your messaging? Again, this just feels too early on in the process to have a packaging design like this. So anyways,
Interesting.
all right.
I was just curious what you would change, because I like learning that
Customers
stuff.
where
I think it's
they're like,
interesting.
you can create virality where they're like doing an Instagram story, as their stuff lands on their porch.
There, you can see a little bit of text at the bottom. It says burn muscle. Burn fat, build muscle, something secure.
On the model, here's what I'll share with you,
deep
my friend.
sleep. So like that text on the side of the box, I think it should be bigger. You could have done it in a embossed high gloss black so that when you open it, you could make it really big and make that the texture of the packaging so that you still have like what the product is supposed to do creates the design, but that might be too much money for them. I don't know what their budget is. This seems like this is not going to be what they actually send out, but I don't know.
I was just thinking that. I was like, this is definitely not what they're going to be sending out. Or if they do, it's going to be like the first 100 orders or something. Get the exclusive box, something like that.
Yep.
Friends. 12 years ago, I sat in a room and we helped create a model that really in many ways changed the discussion in direct sales. It was a customer acquisition model. We acquired millions and millions and millions of customers. I'm not done yet. I am not done. I've got some big plans for where I feel like we need to take direct sales. The direct sales model, I don't think the companies of our last 20, 30 years, 40 years will be the ones that will redefine the next 20, 30, 40 years. I think it needs to be a startup because we have to talk to the modern affiliate and the modern networker. Our sales channel has been in chaos and our sales channel is looking for the next bright shining light on the hill.
The next bright shining light would be somebody who can make us a presentation where the picture in the corner does not cover up the title, but okay, that's fine. All right.
The one that redefines where this whole thing's going, and I believe we're the company that can go do that. I'm all about systems. If you've ever followed any of my work, I'm all about systems. So James Clear wrote Atomic Habits. He said, you don't rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your systems. So our whole system's app-based, done for you content library, a built-in AI assistant for all of your content.
Listen, if you, I'm sure Make Wellness people, I don't know if you're going to make it this far in the stream. We're 3 hours in and like, I'm here for it. I would not trust the systems and processes that this company is building for you based off of this PowerPoint presentation or Canva presentation or whatever. Like you're going to say like, okay, I trust you to do this stuff for me. Not after the PowerPoint we saw earlier in the stream and not after this one. Like I don't trust it. I don't trust it.
No, we got red in the picture of the odometer and then
they
we
could
got
have made that
over
pink. They could have changed the red in Photoshop. You can change that red color into the exact pink of their brand. Like you could have done, if it's your brand, double down on it and put it into your images. They didn't care. Didn't care.
Mm-hmm. My favorite thing about this slide though is he says no MLM lingo. Okay, Justin. That just means he's going to call it affiliate, but it's actually multi-level marketing.
Yep. Do you know how many people don't know what MLM stands for? Like there's a ton of people who like on a mobile stream or whatever, they don't know what MLM means. So like even within our group of people who've gotten out, like multi-level marketing, what is network marketing? What is direct selling? Like they don't understand direct selling is an umbrella and underneath that, whatever, network marketing is essentially the same thing. Multi-level means there's people underneath you. So anachronisms, like, okay, buddy. All right. Okay.
Let's also
All right,
remember
buddy.
he was in Modere, and Modere is notorious for calling it social retail instead of multi-level
Yes.
marketing.
Yes.
So to me, this is just, oh, well, we're going to call it something different. We're going to say we're doing things different, and we're going to call it affiliate marketing, but it's actually not, because you're going to get, when you recruit other affiliates, you get paid off of them.
Yep. But also anachronisms is not the right word. I was like, doesn't that mean something else? But it means an error in chronology, or a person or thing that is chronologically out of place. What
are you trying to say here, Justin?
I don't know.
That's weird. Root into Being says, so this is terrifying. Reading on PubMed, and oral peptides largely digest down to amino acids with little to no effect of the peptide. So waste of money, but went on to read about amino acids or amino acid supplementation. And it's really bad, like causes tumor growth bad. Oh my God. I am so scared for these people.
Oh my God.
Holy moly. That's terrifying. No wonder they didn't provide sources.
Oh, can you imagine
Allegedly.
the amount of people that are going to allegedly that could take this? They end up taking stuff outside of their recommended dose because if one's good, then two must be better. And if
we know they do that in MLM.
And if that information in that paper that Root into Being is talking about, can you imagine the potential for stuff to get so messed up
It
in
makes
your
me sick to my
body?
stomach.
Oh my God.
I hate that.
Oh, that is like so sobering to think about. Oh my God.
Thank you for sending that
so
to us.
much. Yeah, that would be great.
Ugh.
Very easy customer acquisition, customer sharing. Leadership Academy, this is really where my passion lies, is to help people to really develop the next generation of leaders. And we've built a compensation structure that is really the compensation structure I believe that will become the new standard for how compensation is done. I tease networkers. I think a lot of us get our checks and we look at it and we think to ourselves, I sure hope this is accurate, because I don't even know how we're paid in this company. It's just so complex.
I'm sorry.
There's so many.
Justin, it looked like in the paperwork from the lawsuit, you knew exactly how you were getting paid and select other leaders, because you sure did disclose that in here. Oh, but you didn't have a team when you were in Modere. You didn't tell them about that stuff, did you? You didn't tell them about any of it. No. It was only after you were terminated. But I'm pretty sure you knew how the compensation plan worked, because the paperwork kind of showed that, in my opinion. That's wild. That's wild.
The best thing you can do to advocate for yourself, if you feel that cognitive dissonance about being in an MLM and you're sitting here and you're still listening to what's going on and you're like, I'm not sure, understanding the comp plan can help you realize that, like Hannah says, look at the source, remember the motive, how things are paid out. Whenever you're talked into ordering something, that your upline's going to get paid, even if you never move a product to a customer, is wild to look at in this model. But we're almost done with this video, and then I know we're way into the stream.
And then I'm gonna go eat, because after hearing a 600 calorie deficit, now I'm hungry.
Caca, yeah. Let's go.
Different percentages throughout the organization. That when we're trying to explain that to our next door neighbor, it's not simple, it's not understandable, it's not explainable. And so almost like the whole confused customer never buys, this is like a confused rep never works, right? Also a normal and natural progression. So in this compensation structure, I think when we say to people, how many legs do you need? Do you need a left leg, a right leg? How many legs do you need here? 6 legs? We speak kind of this different, kind of funny language in direct sales. I wanted people to be able to have a natural progression.
But they're still going to have legs in this company. They're still, they're going to have a downline. They're going to, so, he's making it seem like they are not going to be a part of that, but they have to be because of their comp plan. He's just being twisty when he said he wasn't going to be twisty, but here he is doing the same thing he always does. He's being slimy.
This whole thing has been twisty.
Yeah. Yep. I just realized something. Even if one person manages to make a living just out of selling the product in an MLM, that still means they're making a profit for the structure that harms most.
Correct.
Yep. I mean, and anytime, again, because of the way the comp plan is, anytime volume is purchased by a rep, an upline gets paid. Depending on how many levels up the generations or whatever get turned on because of the comp plan, it's not an ethical model because you could convince someone to front load and they would never move a product to a customer.
Correct. Sober reminder to always work with qualified professionals before taking any kind of supplement. Most of us can get most of what we need from eating real food. Yep. Thank you for that reminder.
And Erin does have the compensation plan. This has just been a wild, a wild journey of rage. So Erin does have it. I'm sure Erin will do a stream or something because I feel like as much attention as possible should be on this guy because of his ability to influence others and how twisty potentially his product could be based off of what we're reading on PubMed, based off of what, Root into Being is sending us, like wild.
Yeah. Maybe tomorrow. We'll see how I'm feeling tomorrow.
Oh.
Maybe.
As an affiliate to where they can get customers and build their whole kind of online business, just simply getting customers. If they wanted to progress to where they're sharing this and referring this to people, they certainly could. But there's no max leg requirement. Like you can only count 63% from your max leg, or you can only, you need 4 more legs to qualify for any of this stuff. Like they can just naturally progress through the plan. Also, no MLM lingo or acronyms. So, we sell a $100 product and then like, hey, congratulations, that's worth 50 points or 65 CV.
So did he spell the wrong thing?
I think he's got the wrong word in that slide.
Acronym.
So is he going to call it multi-level marketing then?
Yeah.
I doubt that.
Acronym, it means no. Is acronym is a variant or alliteration of another. I don't know. I'm not this smart. What the heck?
Well, let's just keep going. We'll just keep going.
Sorry. This is my brain.
It's all good.
Focusing on something and I cannot get off of it. I don't know. Acronym.
It's okay.
Oh, maybe he means acronym. Okay, never mind.
I bet that is what he means.
Oh God.
Wow.
Just a heads up, an acronym very different than acronym. Okay. All right.
It's like putting $1 into a token thing at the arcade and they take your $1 and give you 4 tokens. You're like, oh, that's not worth $1 anymore. And so with this, it's $1 for $1 payout. And there's none of that kind of strange CV, OP, GP, QV. I mean, just all the stuff we do, bless our hearts, in direct sales. And then also we're building this, my friends, for the future. This is, we're going to go launch the business model of 2040, but we'll go launch it in 2024. Last thing I'll share with you is the community. My passion is helping you to be the one you were born to be. Be the one that lives a life, writes a story that future generations know who you are.
You can do this especially without a multi-level marketing company. You do not have to participate in this.
I have a hard time believing that he thinks that this company is about the underdogs when he was having people with experience in multi-level marketing sign NDAs and get on Zooms to bring over their teams, allegedly, in my opinion. I find it really odd that he's talking about the underdogs. You can't outmath multi-level marketing companies' compensation plan. And I feel like that's what he's trying to do here. It's not going to work.
And people who give a shit about the underdogs would not participate in bridge contracts, allegedly, because they
special
would
deals.
Or special deals because they wouldn't want to set somebody up that would take advantage of somebody who is the underdog. Like that's just how people are who give a crap about somebody at the quote unquote bottom.
I just have a hard
gross, dude.
time seeing what he put in this lawsuit against Modere after he was terminated and then starting another multi-level marketing company.
Nope.
Wild.
Where your life matters and you make a difference. And by doing that, that's how we're going to go change the world. Because if we help you be the best version of yourself, stop playing small, work through the challenges that we're all facing, go for it. Really go for your dreams and go for your goals. Go make some stuff happen in your life. That's how we're going to create great moms and dads. We go build great moms, great dads. We secure the home, the four walls of your home.
Like how you can be a great person just in general. You don't necessarily have to be a parent if that's not for you, or you being a better parent or whatever, just being one of those human beings, like being kind, respecting boundaries, not harming somebody else or not taking advantage of someone for monetary gain. Like those are just some small pieces of building blocks of like being an okay human being. Like you don't have to be a part of an MLM. Like that doesn't make any sense. God.
We really get your house in order. We go do that. That's how we secure your local community. And we start building the next generation of the firefighters and the school teachers and the principals and the folks that are running our churches and our charities and our entrepreneurs and our employee base. We go build a really strong local community with all of this next generation of leaders. We teach value.
This sounds like that hyper religious seven mount whatever like taking I don't even remember all the religious terms, but like being in government and being in your churches and being in schools and like local and like it's kind of like the Duggars, like that fundamentalist mentality, but it is mostly like, I'm not saying you can't be a good human and having a religious association. I'm saying what he is saying is kind of turning on the like little cult light bulb.
It's the conferences that the Duggars were going to.
It's 7M. Yeah. The yes. But there's also this alleged cult out in California. I think it's in California, but 7M thing too.
That had there's a Netflix documentary on that one.
Yep.
The people that were dancing on TikTok, that one.
Yep. And then the IBLP is the fundamentalist conference that they are trying to be in government and schools and have their own. Yep. So there's multiple. When you understand the high control group and you understand positive influence and destructive influence, you can start to parse some of this stuff, and it's not it can be overwhelming, but like about it so that you can be aware of it and not get sucked in. So anyways, hey Tish.
Principal Ways Leadership. That's how we're going to go secure our country and ultimately go change the world. Last story I'll share with you as we're launching Make Wellness. John Maxwell did the forward for my book. I've done a lot of work with John, and one of the trips I was on with him was in Costa Rica. We were doing a country transformation where they taught leadership principles and values in these developing countries. A small group of us, maybe 8 of us total, and there's a woman there with us named Barbara. She was his former assistant when he was a young pastor. He was 27. She and her husband moved across the country, and she had given him a book. The book was a gift, and it was titled.
And there's a lot of like ethical Mormons who watch my channel, and it's, again, we understand what behavioral control, information control, thought control, emotional control looks like, and yes, there's some further reaching like aspects that are destructive in all types of religions. So I know he's Mormon. I just want to be careful to like not paint all the Mormons in a certain light, I guess. So anyways.
The greatest story ever told. And John opened up the book and the pages are blank. And he says, Barbara, there's no words in the book. So she goes, turn to the first page, and she had handwritten him a note. And here's what the note said. It said, John, your life is before you. You go fill this book with kind words, good deeds, and matters of the heart. And you go write the greatest story ever told.
Oh my God.
And over the next 3 days, he wrote down 3 vision statements.
Oh,
The first thing he wrote is, I want to make a difference. It's a simple statement, but it gives your life a lot of clarity with how you want to spend your time. Second thing he wrote was, with people that want to make a difference. It gives you a lot of clarity who you want to hang out with. And then the third thing he wrote was, doing something that makes a difference. So my friends, as we're launching Make Wellness, and as I'm 43 years old.
We're going to look at the camera now. Okay, let's go. God.
But then he's still looking. What are we doing, Justin?
Oh, who did this?
This is terrible.
Old right now, I've got enough gray hair to, have a little bit of wisdom, but I'm also fired up and I'm young. And I'm in the prime of my career.
What?
God willing, I'll get.
Which is
I've got gray hair, but I'm young. I'm like, I know some people have all gray hair and they're young too, but like, what was he trying to say? Like, I've got gray hair from like the stress of my life so far, but I'm also young and like vivacious. What? I'm confused. What is happening?
This is so bad.
The next 30, 40 years of my life.
He published this on
what
YouTube.
I want to do is I want to go make a difference with people that want to go make a difference, doing something.
This has gained 1,500 views since we started watching it. It was at 10K.
Because all the people that are joining are sending the link to all of their people.
Yep. Wild.
Because I do think that this has been planned for quite some time. That's just my opinion. I'm not stating that as a fact. But I do think that there is some truth to something being planned on that Zoom in the paperwork, in the lawsuit paperwork. I do think that there's some truth to that.
Yep.
Maybe they were just talking about the possibility or something. I don't know. But just my opinion, I think that there's some truth to that, because this is pretty quick to get an MLM up and running. Not a compliment, Justin. Not a compliment.
Yep.
So...
Yeah, and Tori said this too, like it's 100% plausible to think good thoughts and do kind things and not be religious too.
Absolutely.
Yeah, in my opinion, absolutely. I think it sometimes when you leave MLM, at least for me, because it was so kind of like extreme thinking, either you're in the good pile or you're in the bad pile. You're someone I can associate with because you support MLM, or you're not, and you're one of those hater people. And so leaving MLM, it's hard to step out of, oh, well, I'm not religious, so I'm not going to hang out with religious people. Or like you have to, for me, because of the way my brain works, but also being in MLM from 2014, early 2014 until 2022, I have to be careful for myself and say, like, have some of those conditional statements, because I was falling in the ditch of still being in that extreme kind of thinking of like, oh, well, it's either this or that, when it's a multifaceted kind of a cloud now. Instead of 2 choices, there's lots of different things. So for me.
Yeah, that's the us versus them thinking that we have, you and I'm speaking for us because we know each other's experience in multi-level marketing, but that's the us versus them thinking that has to be worked through, and that takes some time,
Yeah, exactly. We've got like 1 minute left.
Makes a difference. And if that is you, if this resonates with you, my friends, get back with whoever connected you with this information and have them assist you in the pre-enrollment process. And we would love to have a chance to partner with you and to go change the world together.
What? Where are we supposed to go, buddy? Where's the go to makewellness.com and sign up?
It's probably not public yet. You got to get back to the person that sent you the link to this, because information control.
There's nothing in the description. Holy moly. It is just so sloppy. This is so sloppy.
Yeah.
Live long and prosper, Ronnie. What's up?
The unfortunate thing is this is going to be the demise of Modere. I mean, that's a positive thing. That means an MLM, in my opinion, is going down the tubes. However, these people are just going to go to Justin Prince's MLM, and that sucks. There's people that are joining this, and that sucks. But we're going to keep talking about it.
Yeah. And that's one of the marketing issues when you have somebody who's more of the face of the company, or someone who's more recognizable than the actual brand, which I think Modere was struggling with with Justin and with their company, so that when he ended up getting terminated, which was they terminated him, and now he has again more of the draw. So like Erin's saying, he's going to bring people over, but that's a marketing misstep on Modere's part. That's great for anti-MLM, cool, but you have to think about that when you're growing your business from either a small, like just you, or just you and a few employees. As you get bigger, you have to think about that, because it can really help you, or you can get slapped in the face when your front-facing person ends up leaving, ends up leaving and starting their own company. So it's just something to think about from a marketing perspective. But anyways.
Yeah. Yikes. Well, this was fun though, hanging out.
Heck yeah. 3 hours and 24 minutes. I don't know what
don't
to
listen.
say.
Don't listen to what these people are saying. Do your own research.
Yeah.
On peptides and all of that stuff. What Root Into Being said in this live chat is so scary to me. Like instantly my stomach dropped. So yeah.
And again, always look for what sources are cited when we're reading things from the NIH or from PubMed. These are studies that have been published from people that are respected in their field. And even if you have a hard time going through the abstracts, like abstract's going to be the easier part to read. But after the abstract, they're going to go through and tell you exactly how they did their experiments. But they're talking about the same things that Justin's trying to sell you, which is wild. And I'm gonna link what Root Into Being sends in my description so that
I'll
y'all
do
can
the same.
Y'all can find it easier. So yeah.
And thanks for sharing that and finding that Root Into Being. We appreciate you. If you haven't already liked and subscribed to both of our channels, it would be cool if you would do that. And if you want to, after we end this live, if you guys want to drop some sort of a science emoji, it helps us boost the the video getting out to more people. So
yeah,
there's going to be definitely more to come on this for sure.
Yep. And if you want to, Make Wellness, I will link Make Wellness's hashtags in my description. I don't remember. There's 2 of them. And if you want to tag us in your stories, I'll make a post on Instagram, but tagging them will help maybe their reps find this information on YouTube easier. So we'll make sure to tag this. We were trying to sneak in earlier, so we'll tag it with Make Wellness later.
It was fun. Right. Appreciate you making the disclaimer and all of that. It looked awesome.
Cool. Yeah, that was fun, and I hope Justin have the day you deserve, buddy.
So we're not going to stop talking about it. So
absolutely.
All right, everybody. Thanks for being here. Thanks for all of your comments. We appreciate y'all so much. Don't join an MLM. And we'll see you next time. Thanks for hanging out.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.